Oh hey, I didn't see you there. I'm just enjoying some of my coffee. Oh no. I didn't just say coffee wrong. That would be silly of me. And in fact, in turn, you're wrong. Why? Well, because this episode of Starlost is sponsored by us! Oh, my headphones. That's right, this episode of Starlost Seas is sponsored by our Ko-fi, a new direct way to support the show and get some really cool benefits as well. You can get your name in the credits of episodes, access to raised notes, and get episodes 3 days early, as well as a ton of other cool benefits. Just go to ko-fi.com/starlost, and while you're there, check out our very first line of merch. Get yourself an awesome sticker sheet with all of the player characters on it, or a Twinktanian Emblem keychain all made by Ray, Numwick, or Lotus, or get yourself an awesome Beach Day episode poster made by the lovely Television. So go on and check it out, and until next time, enjoy the rest of the show.
Welcome to Starlost Seas. I'm your DM, Cryo Lane. We're all happy to be here. We're all happy for D&D. Everybody's gonna die today. Oh gosh, it has been a time.
It's been 2 weeks for us.
It's been 2 weeks. There's so many things that were happening and other things that are happening. Our anniversary is coming up. By the time you see this, it will have passed.
Significantly.
You better have been there, or you will have been square.
Good job dating the episode, guys.
Yep.
Fine, they can know.
Merry Christmas, guys.
What are they gonna do? Time travel and interrupt the episode?
What are you guys thankful for this Thanksgiving?
Are you guys excited for Christmas in 2 days?
Yeah.
Just start throwing out random dates and times.
Man, I can't believe Labor Day is almost here.
Who gives a shit?
I know 2024 was pretty crazy, wasn't it, guys?
Can't believe we're in year 5 of COVID.
Cryo, what'd you get me for Valentine's Day?
Chocolate.
Oh, I'm allergic.
That's a lie. Last time on Starlost Seas, Twink had gotten the robot all put back together, and so they went to the Eld Tree to speak to the council on the plans for the war, where the council asked them quite kindly if combat were to begin and Gillian were to appear as a werewolf, that the group would engage him in fisticuffs. And so, a plan was made to lure him to a southern point of the battlefield where he would be isolated using silver explosives, and the party could engage in martial combat with the werewolf. But also, Twink proposed that they blow up the cannon before it even became an issue. Or wait. Yes.
That was 2 episodes
That was
ago.
2 episodes ago. I got backlogged. Oh my gosh. That was just such a crazy episode. It carried over to the next one. But anyways, you all blew up the cannon, then you planned on how to fight Gillian, and then yes, and then I remember now. You all started doing your various battle preparation. Mara went to get herbs and oils so he could prepare more potions and sort of debuffing materials for the fight against Gillian. Twink followed along because he did not trust Mara to get any of that. And the two of them together found out that Vala, the herbalist, is willing to pay hand over foot for werewolf blood, teeth, or hair. And some plans were swiftly enacted involving the corpse of one Socrates and Shoes. Plans that may or may not come to fruition over the course of the next few sessions. But also during that time, Alina and Dolus had a nice conversation while Alina was having a mild breakdown about the war, and Dolus just started floating. Not flying, floating. Which was interesting. Mara set about trying to find Clark and Shoes, the father of Socrates. He did. He found out where Socrates' body is for reasons as previously discussed. Twink finally opened his package of materials, took the healing potions out of it, and basically tossed the rest of it in the dumpster. And then they prepared for the war. Gillian arrived on the outskirts of the battlefield ahead of the rest of his army, seemingly having teleported there with a few mechs, hoping to have a word with the Twinktanians. And instead, Twink sent him a strongly worded letter. Words that we will not be saying here, both because they were not written, and also because they are probably strongly worded. Time appeared to Dockery, briefly displaced him, had a quick conversation about the war, and Doc implored their assistance before they vanished again into whatever ether that they are in. During that time, Lotus was running off to put something in the big mamba on the ship for Mara, and that's where we ended the session.
Let's not forget Mara then pursuing Lotus.
Yeah, I do remember that now, yes. Mara is also heading off towards the big mamba.
So Lotus is going to the Mamba. Mara is also going to the Mamba. Twink is in the apartment building downstairs doing something. Dolus is in his room. Where's
Doc is in
Doc?
Also
in his room also.
Okay, yeah.
This is the position of all of the party members.
It's
And
our
we are
marching order.
starting...
What's our
with
marching
Lotus.
order?
Lotus, it took you no time at all to get to the ship. You are fast, and the airspace is completely unoccupied. You are the only flying creature here.
Zoom. I'm gonna put the thing into the big mamba. Is everybody still doing the same things as they were before?
Everybody seems to be starting to hunker down because it's getting late now, so no one's unloading or anything. The ship seems pretty barren at this point. It seems like everybody is set up as much as they are going to today. Now you just see a few battle parties out in the trenches that are going to be holding their positions through the night.
Okay. As I walk past people, I'm gonna do just the hi, hello, good night.
They're just all waving and everything. You see the light on in Lorelai's cabin, but you don't see her or anything.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna jump back off down the ship, and I'm actually gonna make my way back to the apartment.
You jump back off. Mara, as you're walking towards the ship, in the dim twilight as the sun is going down, above you just Lotus back the other direction.
She noticed me.
No, she didn't notice you.
Cool. That works. Set up to the mama then.
Concern.
All right, you climb the rope that's dangling from the ship so you can get up to it. It's only like 30 feet. It's not that bad.
Sounds rough for a rope. Jesus.
Climbing 30 feet of rope?
Yeah, like I'm thinking like gym class where
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that sounds awful.
That's what you do. It's a flying ship.
All right. I'll just head up the mama then.
All right. You get up there after some strain. Your shoulders are burning a little, but you make it to the top. Good workout.
I will start poking through the wolfsbane at this point and just start seeing what I can do with it.
Plume, who's been sort of tagging along in your hood, is just like, so what's the plan?
Well, they didn't really seem to like me like putting some of this wolfsbane inside of his jacket pocket. Sounded a little fun overall, but a little dangerous. I could see why they're a little concerned.
Might be a little more than a little dangerous, especially if you're doing it mid-fight. I mean, maybe if you got it in there before the fight, but I don't know how you do that. You're like too big to sneak up on him, and you can't turn invisible like the little bird can.
What if I was a bird? Wait, I can't. I don't know. I don't think I can do that yet, though. Maybe eventually. I was a little creature, though.
If you were a little creature?
Yeah.
Like how little? Like Plume like adjusts his hand over there. Like this little, like this, like what level of little would you need to be to get inside his coat? I mean, I could probably fit inside a coat, so you probably just need to be like me size.
What if I was
Can
just a
you?
little guy?
Can I?
Just a little guy.
Yeah, I can fit inside coats. I'm in your hood right now. So I mean, I guess if you could turn into something like me, you could probably fly in there pretty easy.
What about you?
What about me?
Could you sneak a little vial in his pocket?
Could I sneak a vial in his pocket?
Yeah, that sounds cool. You can turn invisible. I can master scent.
In the werewolf's pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I could easily master scent.
I can turn invisible. He like turns to you like, wait, what?
I'm pretty sure you can, right?
Look, man, I have been hopped up for way too long to remember what I can do. I'll be honest with you.
All right, come on.
Hang on.
Hold on. Cast guidance to be like, okay, jog your memory a little. Come on, you got this.
And sits there and he does like the gremlin pose. Just, he just is invisible, just gone.
You did it.
Did I?
I'm so proud of you.
Woo! And then you hear a little, ow! And he like appears, bonked his head into something on the table, just, ow.
Welcome back.
I can't see myself either when I'm invisible.
Hold this vial real quick.
Okay.
Go invisible. Is the vial invisible with him?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Perfect.
You know, it's not perfect.
We can do this.
No, hang on. You know, there's one issue.
Hmm.
The vial comes flying out of nowhere, like it appears and just gets dinked into your face. I don't want to get in the pocket of a werewolf.
I mean, you don't have to get in the pocket. You just have to slip that in there.
Mara,
Uh-huh.
do you care about my well-being, like, at all?
I do, but this... I saw what he could do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared over here. It's really freaky. You trust me with your safety.
Make a persuasion check.
I love this is like the third episode
hold
that
on.
Pulse is
Physical
really
dice.
hitting this.
Physical dice.
14.
14. Quiet for a second, and finally just... Stupid birds talking about being a hero and adventurer. He appears in front of you, just fine.
You'll be our hero, buddy.
If I get eaten, I swear to whatever god you pray to, I'm going to haunt you for the rest of time.
Luckily, I'm not really one to pray to the gods, but like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, man. Come on. Listen. I'll reward you. Get more of the good shit.
Oh,
I know you like the good shit.
I do like good shit.
Mm-hmm.
And all the grapes I can eat.
Sure. How much can you eat?
Like 2, 3 if I'm really feeling it.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Trust me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna pull this off. It's gonna be
Let's
great.
be heroes. He like
Yeah.
holds his hand up. But Lotus, you arrive back at the apartment swiftly.
Open the door. Who's here?
Twink, Delina.
Hi.
Hi.
So you went to the ship?
I did. And then I came back.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
She's
I'm back.
back.
Yeah. I can do that a lot. Before I get tired.
How much is a lot? Like, how many times do you think you could go to the ship and back before you felt tired?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lotus, do you know what arithmetic is?
Oh, what?
Okay. Twink, I think we might want to work on schools for Twink Tanya next.
Who would teach it?
Over?
Well, she's got other stuff going on, though.
It's a bunch of artificers. I'm sure one of them can do math.
You met
Can you-
Dormo?
Okay. Yeah, but Dormo seems more like a... He seems more like a blacksmith that they slapped a title on. No offense, he's very nice. Just, you know.
I am tasking you with finding a guild master of education for us.
Okay. Well,
Don't
I'll
fuck
do
it
that.
up.
Does that mean I'm gonna go back to learning?
Yes.
Man.
It's okay. We'll find someone fun to teach you.
Okay.
And we'll provide free lunches.
Okay.
And at recess, you can beat up a practice dummy.
That sounds awesome. I mean, honestly, like, Raiden was really good at teaching us. So, like, if we find Raiden and he's, you know, maybe he can be, like, the education person.
He did a great job teaching you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll
I
have
can
that
use this
discussion when that gets there.
Okay.
Twink. Do you know, like, so, like, magic-y thingies, right? Like, how much work would it take to make, like, something essentially not get destroyed by water or fire?
A long time.
Damn. And
Like
a lot
it-
of work, I'm guessing?
At least 24 hours.
Damn. Okay, thank you. She's gonna stroll past.
Okay.
She's gonna go into the kitchen and she's gonna like hop up onto one of the seats and like start pulling stuff out of her bag, pulling out her sketchbook and like her graphite. And she's gonna like flip to a page in her sketchbook and she's gonna start drawing.
Lotus just goes over to the big table and starts drawing and everything, and Alina kind of like looking past Twink at her. Looks at Twink. Looks at her own notebook. This is it's a great evening.
Yep, I've got to go find a bunch of silver to melt down, so I'll see you.
Oh, okay.
Bye! Wait, did I give you my silver spoons?
No. How many spoons is it?
A
There were
dozen.
12.
A dozen, yeah.
So it's just one by one on the table. She starts like pulling out silver.
It's the same hand each time, so she just dink, 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 dink. Until all 12 are laid out in a line on the table.
I take 11 of them and I leave.
Look at Alina. He left me one.
Oh, that's so nice. Now you get to keep one.
Yeah.
And then I run back and grab it real quick because I missed it.
As Lotus, as you're reaching for it, Twink just comes up and runs off.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. We'll get you more spoons.
Okay. So
They
you're
have-
not scared of me anymore?
Oh, I'm horrified of you.
How
But-
close is she to me?
Like 20 feet away.
I'm just gonna stare at her.
Yeah, no, you're like one of the scariest things I've ever witnessed in life.
I don't think you witnessed a lot in your life then.
No, I went to a school and then I lived at home alone for a few years, kind of shut in, and then I went to a whole nother continent, and then my existence was illegal. And now I'm here.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah. What about you? You done a lot before this?
Well, I was in the elemental plane of air, and then I was booted out of the elemental plane of air, and I lived in Raiden for a long time, and then stuff happened, and then I lived in the woods, and then I got on a ship, and now I'm gonna be fighting in a war.
Yeah, see, it all just sort of happens all at once.
Yeah, I've been alive for 2 years.
I've been out of school for 2 years.
How old are you?
23.
You've lived more than 10 times of me.
Yep.
That's wild.
And you could kill me with a thought. No, not actually a thought. No, it's an expression.
Damn. That would have been kind of cool.
Did you just try and kill me with your brain?
No. No, because you're very powerful and we kind of need you in the upcoming war. So why would I ever do that?
So we have to teach you math and how to lie.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Do you want me to teach you how to do math?
In a little bit. I need to do a thing first.
Okay.
She goes back to drawing.
Lita, she's really awkwardly off to the side, like. Mara, are you just working on your wolfsbane concoction?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to
I roll.
make a nature and a medicine roll for me both.
All right. Nature. That one with +1.
First one to that die.
Nice. Fucking Christ, Jesus. What was the other one?
Nature and medicine.
Medicine. Okay, this was medicine. 8 + 9.
17.
+9.
Or 8 + 8. No, 16. 16.
9 to medicine.
+8.
He's got a he has a +8. to
Man,
medicine.
got the wisdom.
Yeah.
The
16.
wisdom.
His wisdom is maxed.
Mhm.
Crank. Look at that stat box down there. His wisdom's maxed. Put the
I
put the
really
stat
hope
box
it's
down
not
there.
there.
And he still doesn't
I
know that
really
walking
hope
up
it's
to a
not there.
werewolf and putting Wolfsbane in his pocket probably won't go well for him.
Yeah, he's not doing it though. Somebody else is.
Yeah,
Not
now
his
Bloom
problem.
is.
That's real wisdom. The real
Yeah.
wisdom is getting someone else to do it.
Twink, you're just off to find a bunch of silver to melt.
No, I'm specifically looking for the barrels of silverware that Petran stole. I remember that Illis said that they had it, so I guess I'm probably gonna look for either Illis or just start knocking on doors looking for Petran's house. Look for Illis first. Second resort is knocking on random doors looking for Petran's house.
Make a perception check. I love the thought of Twink just knocking on doors.
That's a 6.
Twink, start knocking on doors. The Elder Tree seems really quiet. You go up to the guards and ask them, and they tell you that the council isn't in at the moment. Can't get a real feel for the city and where things are at.
Well, I would, at the very least, use my passive investigation to at least wear down which houses I should knock on versus the ones I shouldn't. Actually, what I'll do instead is find that guard.
Okay.
Or a guard.
Okay. That guard is still there in front of the elm tree.
Hi, you remember me?
Yeah, you were here 2 minutes ago to ask me about the council.
Yeah, how the fuck did they all disappear in 2 minutes?
Well, no. I'm saying, no, you came to ask me. I told you they weren't here. You stood over there, thought about
Every
some
bit
things,
of
and then
like
come
20
back.
minutes since I've left.
What? No. That's not what I'm saying.
So
I
how
don't-
long have you been here for?
14 hours.
Right. I just left here like 20 to 30 minutes ago.
And then you left?
Everyone was still here.
Yes. And then
Where
you
did
came
they go?
back. Oh, I assume some of them went home. I believe some of them went to prepare other things.
The one in the wheelchair.
Petran?
That one. Where's he at?
I assume his wife took him home.
Where's he at?
He lives in the military quarter. It's if you go down that way, 3 or 4 minutes, and then you take a left, and you'll find a lot of trees set up, sort of almost like umbrellas in an area. There are shorter trees. That's where like the barracks and the housing is for officers, and that's where you'll find.
You've been here for 14 hours?
Yes.
And they haven't like brought someone to like take your spot?
No.
You should think about coming to Twink 10 yet. I'm gonna walk away.
He's like, what?
I'm off to the military quarters.
You're off to the military quarter, so you follow his instructions, and you do indeed. You find they're almost mushroom-esque trees that sort of rise up, and the way they're trimmed out is in umbrellas, and you see all of these structures sort of hung up, almost like pods dangling from them. But there are a few other like proper houses built into trees. There are soldiers and everyone running various drills. You see a lot of weapons out. It seems like a lot of the equipment from here moved to the elm tree for staging and then has moved to the battlefield. So it looks like a lot of stuff was frequently removed from this area. But there are people.
I'm just gonna start yelling Petran's name.
Yell, good sir.
Ah, fuck you. Petran!
A couple of them turn. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you looking at?
A gnome shouting in just the middle of the courtyard.
Yes.
Do you need Petran?
Yes.
Like, turn to see if the other one is like, who are you?
Really? I'm a friend of Petran's? Well, I'm a friend of Petran's friend. I'm an acquaintance of Petran's friend.
What's your name?
Really? The Twink. I go by Twink.
Twink, why familiar? I don't know, go talk to Petran. And the other one's like, what do you mean go talk to Petran? You go talk to Petran.
Why don't you just take me to Petran?
Alright, and they both are like, come on.
What just happened?
Follow these two elves who are just sort of chatting back and forth with each other as they go.
I dare them to try to kidnap me.
One of them knocks on a door. You're like who is it? We have Twink here to see Petran. You hear a bunch of shuffling on the other side of the door. And then that woman who had been wheeling Petran around earlier opens it up and she's just like, Twink, Twink Tanya? Twink! And she sees you and she's like, hello!
Hi.
Hi, come in. And she like shoves them out of the way practically. Please, come on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I kind of went back. Fuck you.
They're like, fuck, like, what the fuck is this little guy's problem? You come in, she closes the door. It's really quiet in here. It's kind of dark. There's a fire on in the fireplace. It's really homey. There's lots of nice little rugs and tapestries. Pots and pans are dangling from the like kitchen that's attached to this living space. And there's where the center of the tree normally would be. There's like another spiral staircase going up, but this living space sort of bends around it in like a U shape.
So, what's your name?
Molyneux.
Molyneux?
Molyneux. Yes.
Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you also.
Where's your husband?
He's upstairs. He's resting.
How did you get him up the stairs?
Magic.
All right. Is he asleep?
He may be by now. He wasn't when I had last left him. I came down.
Cool. I'm gonna wake him up.
Oh,
Start walking
right.
up the steps.
Twink. My husband mentioned something about you and your artificer island and prosthetics and I don't have much. The military doesn't really pay him. It's not really how we do things. But I there's money. I have family money. I have jewelry. Anything you need.
I don't remember saying I needed anything.
I just can't stand to see my Petran like this. I'd do anything if you could help him.
Well, I think you're misunderstanding me. It's fine. It'll be taken care of.
Thank you.
Well, we'll call it a you owe me one. Maybe tea sometime.
Perfect.
Or, at the very least, you bring him to Twinktania. It'll be a lot easier to do the work there than it would be here.
As soon as he's able to properly move about again.
Cool, I'm gonna wake him up.
Okay, I'll be up in a bit for the compress.
I'll tell him.
Okay. You head off up the stairs. And there's only one room at the top as you get up there. It's like a big open bedroom. There's a crib in the corner. There is a big bed, and on it is Petran, who is in fact asleep.
Hey, wake up! If you want an arm, you better wake up.
Why are you like this? He like opens his eye.
Because I need something from you.
And why?
You remember those barrels of silverware you stole from Shade Step?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those.
Phyllis took them.
Motherfucker.
Her house is near your apartment.
Motherfucker!
There's a really big tree, like right between your apartment and the Eld tree. She lives on the top floor. She probably didn't take him there, though. She probably took him to, like, blacksmith or something. Hey, Twink.
Yes.
That silver knife I jammed down that dude's throat.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get it back, so, like, it might still be there. Or he
Okay.
spit it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that happened. It would be uncomfortable.
I'm just saying I stabbed this dude and he kind of shrugged it off. So be careful. Because I got literally arms deep down his throat with a silver knife and he just bit off my arm.
Well, I'm gonna not stick my arm in his mouth.
Yeah, in hindsight, not a great idea.
Yeah, so
To be fair, it was the only angle I had.
I feel like if looking back,
Well, I was pinned down and he was already trying to bite off my arm, so it was sort of just like a go for broke kind of thing.
yeah, trust me, I've been face to face with the monster. He's something.
Did you meet my wife?
Yeah,
Were you rude to my wife?
no.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm told I'm rude a lot. I just don't see it. There's a chance.
Okay. I just good try. Good attempts.
Yeah, she tried to pay me for the prosthetic I'm gonna make you.
Tried.
Yeah.
She's really nice. She's can't imagine anybody just outside of the Westwood just doing stuff because they want to help people.
She can't or you can't?
Me? I mean, I struggled with it for a long time, but when I saw Twink Tanya and you guys are pretty relaxed.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill a dude tomorrow.
I imagine you'll probably kill a lot of dudes tomorrow.
No, I'll probably just kill the one.
Well, your ship will probably kill plenty.
Yeah, no, that'll definitely happen.
Socks' dad's gonna be on it.
Interesting.
He's one of the best wizards we have. So, I've seen that man fireball a clearing completely bare. You're probably pretty good. It's amazing how the apple fell from the tree, don't you think?
Yeah. It makes more sense now why he spent so much time studying that notebook, though.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he probably picked up that habit from his father.
Oh yeah, reading a lot?
Yeah.
Definitely from his dad. His dad never liked me. Apparently I was a bad influence. Now his dad works for me. So,
Who's laughing now?
Not me, I lost an arm.
Neither is Socrates.
Oh, ow. That hurt.
Is it
Not
still
as much
too-
as the
still too
stump, though.
soon? I'm sorry.
It's been like a week, Twink.
I know, but I only knew him for like 2.
I knew him for 300 years.
Yeah, I forget that sometimes. So I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Just
Good
don't
luck.
bleed out in the night.
Oh, no. Apparently it's the risk of infection that's the worst thing at this point.
Your wife's coming for a compress, so don't go back to sleep.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye. You start heading downstairs, and as you're going down, you hear like a baby start crying. You hear Petran like, "Oh no."
So you expect me to do something with that?
I'm waiting for what you're doing. You go all the way down the stairs.
Fuck about that, baby.
That's fine. I'm not waiting for you to run back up and
Sucks.
cradle it or something.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go back.
Getting out of bed for that, buddy. One
Go back
arm.
down in the kitchen. She's like preparing something. She's like dousing something with boiling water and everything. You woke him?
Yep.
Okay, he woke up. That means he's not dead.
Yep. I told him not to go back to sleep yet. That you'd be up soon.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I think the baby was crying too, and I don't know whether he could.
I hope that he's not going to try. He tried again earlier, and it's just not.
No, he'll probably try.
Oh gosh. Do you need anything before you go?
No, thank you though.
It was lovely to meet you, Twink.
And you too.
Good luck tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
She just goes up the stairs. She doesn't even wait for you to leave.
It's kind of depressing in here. All right. I leave.
You just say, you just,
I take a look
God,
around.
it's sad in here.
Yeah.
Leaves.
Me every time I go to my room.
Me every time
Loaded.
I look at the beer.
How's your drawing coming?
She's using like her old references and like spending a lot of dedicated time on this drawing.
Okay. Make a performance No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're good.
I mean,
No, you're fine. You're spending a lot of time on this drawing. It's going to be to the best of your abilities.
hell yeah.
All right. You're finishing up on the drawing.
She like holds it up. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
And then she's like gonna
Hops
Stand
off
up.
and runs up the stairs.
my destination, Dolus's room.
You get there swiftly,
Homing missile.
like the Roadrunner in cartoons, just in front of the door. Dolus, you just hear ding 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 on your door.
Yes.
Dolus,
Yes. Hello.
I have a thingy for you.
Dolus, what's going on with you?
Dolus gets up from where he was sitting in his room on the floor, kind of walks over. He opens the door for Lotus.
Hi.
Looks down. Dolus looks, his face looks really like kind of drained, like mentally, like physically and emotionally. Like he's just like standing there like, hi, what do you have for me?
You look more tired than you did before.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot going on.
Do you want to talk about it?
Kind of like looks at her, just sure, we can talk. You can come inside, don't just stand in the doorway.
Okay. Head inside.
Close the door, sit down on the bed. There's just, a lot going on right now.
With the war and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just the war, just everything. The world's falling apart.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even wrap my head around this. A year ago, we were living in a cabin in the woods. And a year before that, we were in another dimension. A year before that, you were not even born.
Mhm.
It's just...
Time keeps moving on, right?
Right. It feels like everything in the world is happening all at once. And we're right in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think the same thing. There's a lot of things happening, but it's like the peak of it's like a climax of a story type of thing. But
Right, but this isn't even the climax. This feels like it's just the beginning.
beginning of the climax. We haven't even fought in the war yet. That's tomorrow. But just like everything else. And then she puts the drawing beside her on the bed, and she puts both her hands on his hands. But just like everything else, we will get through it. Just like when we were kicked out of the plane of air, or when we had to leave Raiden and then had to live in the woods and had to run away lots. We'll be okay.
Yeah, remind me after the fight and everything tomorrow. I have something to tell you and everyone else.
Okay. Why can't you tell us now?
It's not important right now. It's something that can wait, I feel. There's enough going on with everything in right now. I think it's not something that needs precedence today.
Okay. Just remember that you're not alone anymore, okay? You have me, and the both of us have everybody else. And we can watch each other's back.
I mean, I've never really been alone. I've always had you. He kind of ruffles her hair a little.
Well, I have always had you, but I wasn't always here, so technically. Anyways.
Well, right, technically, no, I haven't always had you, but it's the sentiment.
Speaking of always being there for you, so battle can be very unpredictable. So I wanted to do a thing, and then she's gonna pick up the drawing and then put it in his hands, and
Look at it.
it's a very nice drawing to the best of her abilities of Lotus holding Dolus's hand.
Aww.
And Lotus goes, "You keep this, and then you'll always have a little bit with you, a little bit of me with you. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's kind of like a good love charm."
Thank you.
Mhm.
Dolus kind of reaches into his rope and into his front pocket, and he pulls out a folded piece of paper. He unfolds it. It's smaller. It's a lot more rough looking, raggedy. It's been through a lot of wear and tear and been through the elements. But it's an old drawing that Lotus did. It looks very old, and it's a lot. It's you could barely call it Lotus and Dolus. It's like two circles with little details that you could maybe associate with one or the other. So I'll keep it with the other one.
When did you get that?
When we were leaving Raiden's, I just grabbed a lot of things. I didn't know what would be important.
It's kind of embarrassing seeing old drawings.
I think it's lovely. I think they're both lovely. Thank you, Lotus. This means a lot.
Lotus just like hops up and gives him a hug.
Lotus kind of he goes into the embrace and just you hear him sniffle a little bit. Just, you know, Lotus, you're very strong.
I have been training a lot. Look, I have muscle.
I mean, emotionally.
Oh. I guess so. I never really thought of it that way. But I am doing my best. Because there are people that I care about and I need to protect. And there are other people that I care about that I want to find.
Yeah. We never asked to be part of this war, part of this battle, everything that's going on. How do you... How do I say? How do you justify for yourself staying in the front lines in the fray?
If I don't, then somebody else has to. And I would rather try my chances of being that person in the front than having somebody else be severely injured like Petran.
But what if you get severely injured?
I can recover. I read in the biology book that kids have amazing regenerative abilities or something. I'm like a superhero right now. This is prime time for me to be in a war. I mean, I didn't want to be in a war, but at this point, I think we've come too far.
I mean, me and you, we've got wings. We could always fly away.
That's true. But then we would be leaving Twink. We'd be leaving Morrow. Doc, Hick.
Yeah.
Even if we do one day find Raiden, it'll always be something that I look back on and something that I'll regret. And I don't want any more regrets.
Yeah.
I want to live my life to the fullest. Even if it means going through the serious climax of a story. But then once this is all over, it could be something that we talk about. It's man, that war was crazy.
Yeah. Thank you, Lotus.
And then Lotus ruffles his hair.
Oh, what are you doing? Why? No.
While your hair,
pushing your hands away.
Your hair's being ruffled and the siblings are squabbling. Doc, in your room, are you doing anything else before bed?
No, I'm pretty sure Doc's just a little thrown off by the fact that he was just launched about a day backward and then brought back. And so
it was this morning. You were launched to this morning.
Yeah, it was
that
this
happened
morning.
today.
That happened today. Yeah, he's before the end, he's pulling out the hour. Not that it really looks like it needs to be sharpened, but he was a knight. He's gonna check his equipment before go time. And so he's kind of working on the sword a little bit, and he just goes, he's just thinking out loud, and he's like, or tomorrow, we pissed off a werewolf.
Yep.
I died. A lot.
But also didn't.
Yeah, it was weird. Because it wasn't like I felt myself die. I just was dead and then wasn't. But it felt familiar.
Weird.
Yeah. It felt like when, you know,
Like before you'd been born?
like when I had 2 bullets blast my chest open.
Was a pretty close call.
Yeah. We're gonna be alright, right?
Yeah.
What do you think happens if one of us, whoever's piloting,
No response.
I love you, sis.
It's quiet. You're not sure if she can't talk to you or if she's not.
Yeah. And he just kind of pointlessly, if anything, he's more just polishing the hour.
Right? Twink. You go into Illis's house.
Of course.
You get there pretty quickly now with directions from Petran. There is a large tree that is ornately decorated near to the Eld tree in the direction that your apartment would be.
There we go.
You just go up to the front. There's a guard casually just like sitting on a bench near the front. There's like almost a pathway through ferns to the front door. And he's just kind of leaning there and he's like, "Who goes there?" "Oh, Twink." "Hello.
Hi.
Are you here to speak with Counselor Illis?"
Yes.
She's conferring with a blacksmith in her study."
Well, that's perfect. Can you let her know I've arrived?
"Of course." He steps inside. Kind of left sitting there with like all of the various twilight bugs chirping and flittering around you, vibing in the forest. After maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, the guy comes back out and goes, "She's ready to see you."
Ah, perfect. Thank you.
And as you're walking by, he's like, excuse me. Is Twintania like a nice place to vacation?"
The best.
If I survive this war, I really would enjoy some time away from the woods.
You should visit. We're making a hot springs right now. Actually, it'd be
You're making-
wonderful on the old bones.
Oh my gosh. Have you talked about establishing some kind of permanent, like, portal trade to there? Travel all the way through the Empire is, difficult.
Yes, it's also quite expensive to set those things up, so it's not something that we can do immediately, but of course, one day.
Fabulous. Well, Elf, I've got plenty of time.
Yep. Unless, of course, we all die tomorrow.
The door just closes behind you. Quiet in here. There's music playing seemingly from nowhere. Lots of really... this one feels more like a manor and less like the interior of a tree. There are a lot of doors and vaulted staircases, huge tall ceiling in this entryway. You hear voices from up above.
Hello?
Twink, you can come up.
Okay. I go upstairs, so there's stairs?
Yeah, you go up the stairs.
Okay.
There's the door at the end. It's like a jar, and Ellis opens it. She goes, "Come on." Yeah.
Well, I'm here to help do the stuff with the silver.
Fabulous. I was actually speaking to our blacksmith. Like gestures, since the blacksmith you'd seen earlier in the markets.
Oh, I recognize you.
Yes.
Your work was okay.
She's just kind of like,
What? Did I say something wrong?
Illis is just kind of like,
I thought your work was okay. It was good. It was okay.
your phrasing could probably use a bit of work in the future, Twink, just for your nature. As a political leader, your logic is very good. If you can manage to curb it with a little bit more tact, I think you could genuinely dethrone every world leader on the planet.
I'll just surround myself with other people that can do that.
Okay. Well, what's your plan for the silver?
Well, I thought we were going to make those cluster bombs with them.
Yes, sent you a few to toy with. What did you glean from them?
I mean, as far as I can tell, they're just going to explode when you pull them. So if we just drop some of those bearings in there, silver bearings in, and of course they will be deadly.
Luckily, we are already working on that, so she like turns to the woman. Any idea on when that'll be? And she'll like have them all set up in the next hour.
Bearings or
bearings? Bombs will take longer.
Yeah, I think it might. I haven't tested yet, but we might want to do tests on whether the inside explosions out or to strap them to the outsides. Which one will create more ricochet?
Trying to get ricochet or longevity? Trying to damage him or keep him isolated?
No, when it enters his body, I want it to bounce off every possible bone it can.
Got it. Damaging. Okay. Yeah, but we can spare a few more to work on that.
We also don't want it to exit the body. So longevity would be bad.
Not too much force. Okay. Think if we flatten them like discs, might stick a bit better?
It also could cause severing. I was thinking like corkscrews with tails, but the tails would, pierce in, but then slow.
Would take too long. They're gonna be here in the morning. We need 2 days.
We could just drill holes in them so that they don't have as much weight.
Jeweler might have a good drill for silver, but I think that's about it. We're not artificers.
What if we melted them and casted it around wood balls instead? So we can make more, plus they'll weigh less.
Could work. It could work, yeah. I'll get my people on it. Illis! And she nods, gets up. Twink, you're the one who made Kyle, yeah?
Who the fuck is Kyle?
The shotgun glaive.
That is not its name.
Was I told wrong?
Was it a bird that told you?
Yes.
She calls it Kyle, but it's not its name.
Assuming we live through this, I'd love to see some more of your work. We can talk about the name sometime. She closes the door behind her and leaves. It's just you and Ellis.
Fucking weapon, Kyle. A child does that.
She is a child. Your team consists of a child, an elf who is just maybe 20 years past maturity, an 8-year-old, and a gnome who's pretending like an island the size of this city's martial quarters is a country.
Pretending?
Twink, I'm not usually as nice to people as I have been to you and your group.
Oh, I know. I definitely got that in Shade Step.
You know, just considering being a bit more off-putting, considering severing all ties with Twink Tanya, and then all of the socks things happened, and then followed you to the island, and then I took you even less seriously. But then you came here to help us, and helped Arlashna get back in the spirit.
You can just say thank you now.
Not saying thank you, saying I'm sorry.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you when the werewolf is dead. And I will thank you by sending along pouches of magic seeds for Twink Tanya. It should grow you plenty enough wood to build all of the housing or that you need. I can only spare 2 pouches because I'm sure we'll need it to repair lots of things, but if you kill that werewolf and save this city, then I will ensure that Twink Tanya has lumber for generations.
I mean, I agree. It's really funny because I was going to do it for free.
I know. That's why I decided to give you a reward. Actually, wasn't my idea. You can thank Volman for that.
Which one was that?
He sounds kind of like Sodden, but a little less nasally.
Yes. Yeah.
His exact words were something along the lines of, "Any country who could deal in weapons so catastrophic should be our ally." I don't.
That's fear.
Probably.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, you did help make the mechs that have been doing pretty solid work to us.
Well, yeah, I mean, you live in a forest.
Yeah, chainsaws, flamethrowers, really picked opportune weaponry.
Yeah. What will you be doing tomorrow?
Leading the healers.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Vilvolm will be in charge of our forces on the ground.
I like Vilvom.
Yes, they are in replacement for Petran, otherwise it would have been him. Halafrin will be with me, and Amra will be on your ship to help the mages. She's our expert in strategy and explosives.
Yeah, it's a good place for her.
You two would probably get along. Okay, she might get along more with the excitable members of your group. Don't know if she's your cup of tea.
Oh. I saw Petran today.
How's he doing?
Not good.
No, he probably won't be doing good for a while.
When
We've had-
when this is over, I need you to take him to Twink Tanya.
I'm not sure if he's stable enough to go outside of his home, let alone Quintania.
To be in a building there versus a building here, what's the difference?
The difference is I don't want him to get out of bed again, let alone travel via magic or any other means.
You are aware that I have Shadestep's previous guildmaster of medicine.
Yes, I am.
And also they're gonna make him an arm.
You are aware that he has taken damage extremely extensively to both his collarbone, his arm, and many parts of his torso, all of which could be infected. He is infected with werewolf, which we haven't been able to do anything about because we've had to spend all of our resources preparing to fight said werewolf.
I guess what I'm saying is after this whole place has been, ran through by war, would this be better or would there be better?
Don't know.
Are you going to have the time to care for Petran with as many wounded as you'll have here?
I don't know if I'm going to have the time to care for anyone. I don't know if I'm going to be alive tomorrow, Twink.
Yes. Well, when it's all over, you'll take him there.
When it is all over and when he is stable enough to move, take him to Twinktania.
Okay. Cool. That's all I wanted.
How do you do it?
How do I do what?
That's a good enough answer. See you in tomorrow for the war, then.
I mean, I hope I don't see you if you're going to be with the healers. Like, I really don't want to be hurt that bad.
Fair enough.
All right. I'm gonna, I guess, go make sure everyone rests.
Good. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Oh, and tell my god if he wants a vacation so much, then he can just ask.
I think you should have that conversation with him and not me.
I don't like having conversations with people, though.
That's why he talks to me about it and not you.
All right, go.
All right, bye.
Close the door. You going back to the apartment?
Yeah, I'll just head back to the apartment. Yeah, I don't have anything
Sick.
else to do.
Mara? You craft a concoction that seems to smell and look like the one previously. Craft a few of your other potions and oils that you had planned. The ones that you planned to mix into the bombs and set nearby. Is there anything else you want to do?
If I'm done with all the herbal work, I would probably just head back to the apartment.
Perfect. You head back to the apartment.
Who do I see?
Well, as you walk in, you would just see Alina.
Oh. Hello, Alina.
Hello.
Where'd everyone go?
The birds are in one of their rooms. Twink left to talk to the pretty elf lady with the black hair. I don't know where the boy girl where the doc kicker. I don't know where that one is.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll
Yeah.
pull up a chair and just pull out my star map. Just mess around with it.
Twink, you come in right around now.
Oh, hi.
Were you able to make things?
Everything's good to go. Big day tomorrow.
All right, that's why it's vital we get some rest.
Do we want to go straight to sleep now? Do we want to handle the situation from earlier at all? You feeling?
I don't think we'll have the time today.
That's fair.
I'd kind of like to just survive tomorrow first.
Fair. All right. Could I wait for you to get back? I'll head up then. Get some. Not really sleep. I'll be around, you know.
All right.
Head up to my room.
You head up to your room. Twink, you've got the few explosives that were kept on hand for you.
I'm going to put these outside so they don't blow us up in the night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's easy enough.
Then I'll also head up and start preparing to sleep.
Birds. What are you up to?
Apparently, they're gonna find like a teacher or something. Twink and Alina.
What?
Yeah. Something about
teacher?
math.
What about math?
Like they're gonna get like a teacher for Twinktania, and then they're gonna set up an education system.
What, are they trying to put us back in school?
Right? That's what I was saying. Well, I didn't really say that, but
Who needs math?
yeah,
I'm
I
just
can
never
add
good
1
at
plus
math.
1.
Okay, well, you need a little bit more than that, but
I can add 9 plus 9.
what is it, Lotus?
18, I think.
Lotus, what's 9 plus 10?
19.
Yes, good job.
I did it.
You know, it's very poor timing with what I was telling you earlier, but you know, we had the whole conversation about you know, some brutality and combat that you have exercised and about exercising more caution, but tomorrow don't hold back.
Okay.
Yes. You
Yeah.
have the full confirmation to fight with all you have. The most important thing is that we survive. Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
If I get very, very injured, I will go to you.
If you get injured, don't let it be very, very injured. Very injured is about the point when which you should start leaving.
Okay.
Very, very injured, you shouldn't be here anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, try not to get injured even. If at all
I'll do my
possible.
best. I'll do my best. I'll be extra careful tomorrow. And
Right.
extra vicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should get to bed. We have a long day ahead of us.
Mhm. She's gonna make herself comfortable on Dolus's bed.
She kind of looks down and she's like, all right. Lay down. Go to sleep. I don't have much to prepare.
Okay. You lay down to go to sleep. Twink, you lay down to go to sleep. Mara, Doc, you all head to your respective rooms. Go to bed. Everybody get your long rest.
Woo!
The day
It's been
has ended.
84 years.
It's been a minute, dude. It's been a minute. Apparently we've been awake since episode 41.
Yeah, that tracks. You all wake up a little bit earlier than normal. The trees had shifted earlier than normal and has opened those windows to let light in. You hear sounds coming from outside. Lots of hooting and hollering, nothing quite... It's it's clear that there's plenty going on outside, but it's not like you're under attack. Is she gonna get up, head downstairs?
I don't know who I am.
Hickory,
Ah,
you wake up in bed.
there we go. I know who I am.
Good job.
Yeah, Hickory will wake up and kind of get dressed, adjust the armor to fit herself a little better. And then she'll head downstairs.
Right as I was about to say something about Mara, Pulse had some kind of spaz attack.
I'm prepping things. Do
Okay.
me last.
Okay. Birds, you get up.
Get up, get all my stuff on, get everything packed, grab my rod. I have the axe strapped to my back. Help Lotus get ready, maybe do a little bit of combing through her hair.
You are still molting a bit.
Yeah. Besides that, though, we look nice and spiffy.
Yes, indeed.
And then I'll head down, assuming Lotus will also head down.
Lotus, you are, as is becoming the norm for waking up in the mornings now, pretty sore. And a little stiff.
You alright?
I'm sore.
Why?
I don't know. And then she's
do you
gonna
mean,
do like the on the bed stretch where
Like a
her
cat?
legs are crossed, but she's like stretching forward.
Downward dog.
She's a bird.
It's a bunch of
Downward
joints popping.
bird.
Okay, do you need, we can ask for healing magic, or what is...
I don't know.
Are you going to be alright for today?
I hope so. This has been happening more frequently recently. I don't know what's happening.
Maybe after today's war, you should try taking it easy a bit. You always running about, doing everything full swing. Relax a bit after this.
Okay. I'll try. It's boring if I don't do anything.
You can do things while relaxing.
I can?
Yes.
Okay.
I can read you a story.
Yes! I wish we could find that one book we used to read a lot.
Yeah. Maybe next time we find a library, I can ask if they have an issue.
I'm gonna go ask Mara to crack my back.
Maybe that's what's making you sore. Have you thought about that?
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
Okay, let's go downstairs.
Okay.
Alright. Twink,
I come downstairs.
Twink comes downstairs.
Yay!
Mara, we've gone through the list. You're the last. Are you ready?
I guess.
Whatever you're getting ready.
Just say you come downstairs.
I was trying.
What are
I'm
you
a druid. I have to prepare spells. I have to roll woe and will.
Oh
I
my
have to,
god.
I have
You come downstairs.
You haven't been involved in any of the RP for the past hour. What have you been doing? Have you been crafting your potions IRL? Oh my god.
Is that there with a pestle and mortar? Just
Yeah, what were you doing, Pulse?
I like listening. I wasn't sure we were gonna get a. I don't prep for long rest.
We
Until
know.
I get long rest.
Okay. Cool.
But maybe that's the way we can improve ourselves as D&D players, Pulse. Let's start preparing for the long
Pulse
rest.
comes
Opium.
downstairs.
Yeah, Pulse
Mara comes. Pulse comes downstairs. You're all like, "Who the fuck is this human?
What the fuck?
What is he wearing?"
Why is he saying copium?
Mara comes downstairs.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning,
Whoa.
everyone.
Hi, Hick.
Oh, it's
Hi.
you today.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Are
take
you
it you're
okay?
aware of what's happening, right?
Pretty much as full up as I can be.
Okay, cool.
Lotus, are you okay?
I'm sore.
Growing pains?
What?
You're growing. You're like
Food!
food. Let's go! Yeah! Let's go!
He waves, Ray. Pulse.
Ray? Yeah,
I
get
almost
shit
yelled at
on, Ray!
Yeah, damn it, Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
He waves, Pulse.
It looks so good. What is that?
I want you.
It's
That's the wrong question to ask, Ray.
yeah.
It's food.
It's food. It's
Anyway.
food. I'm gonna eat it. Anywho,
Hickory's like, you're like almost a teenager, right? Like that's normal. I had growing pains.
Did you
Almost
have
a
growing pains,
teenager.
Dolores?
Almost a teenager. She's only 2. I'm not even a teenager. How old do you think we are?
I thought you guys only lived to like 30.
Oh, you're
That sounded like a
Dolus. They're talking about immaturity.
Oh.
Maturity.
Wait, so... Oh, for humans, do you become more mature when you're teenagers? I see.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Right, for
Yeah.
us, teenagers are like senior years.
3?
Or like middle-aged to... Regardless.
She's growing.
Yes.
right?
I think so, yes.
Did you have growing pains, Dolores?
You know, I think I was just in a lot of pain a lot of the time. So...
Yeah,
It's been hard to distinguish.
While this is all going on, I'm sitting down on the ground, ritual casting divination.
all right.
Sure.
Mara, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Keep
Okay.
going.
Am I taller? Dolores, am I taller?
I'm gonna stand up straight next to Lotus. Is she taller than she was like a few weeks ago?
She was taller. That she's like a solid inch taller than she was when you started your adventure.
Yeah, you are getting taller.
I
Maybe
Am I
one day
gonna
you'll be
be-
taller than me.
want to be taller than you. That sounds so cool. Do you think I'm gonna be like as tall as Mara, who's sitting on the ground?
No,
I mean, Mara, what he's standing?
no.
Man,
War.
Or if you're trying to meditate, peeking isn't gonna help.
no cheating.
Shh.
Why are you doing it in the living? Okay. Yeah, she.
So we're heading out to war.
I assume so.
Give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Go get
So
some
we wait
like
10
breakfast
minutes,
or
I
something.
guess.
It's fine. It's fine. Also,
Okay.
bring me breakfast.
There's food on the table for you all.
Yeah, sure.
You're all just gonna eat. And someone's
Yeah.
gonna bring it tomorrow.
For like
Okay.
10 minutes.
You might have to feed me a little bit.
I'll
You
take
can eat
Mara's
later.
plate and feed him while he's casting.
All right. After you're all eating, about 10 minutes later, Mara, who are you contacting?
I really I don't know who you know.
You casted this without knowing?
No.
Jesus,
No,
what are you?
I thought about it. Okay, no. You remember the thing that gave me the star powers?
I do.
The old one?
What
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my
are you doing?
Finish your ritual cast.
Fucking magic sugar daddy.
You throw out that line into the ether somewhere out amongst the magic of the universe. You feel that little tug, and you hear that.
Ooh. I forgot how menacing you sound. Can you hear me?
Menacing.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you. These powers are insane.
I didn't give you any powers. I just showed you some stars.
Interesting. Interesting. So I, if you don't mind, had a bit of a maybe something you could answer on. Do you see the future?
As it could be.
What information can you feed me on a certain Gillian person, werewolf, man?
One moment.
What the fuck is going on?
You hear like that low rumbling. All of you sort of watch
The
Samara
microwave.
opens his eyes, and they're those starry globes that were oh so familiar on Archibald. And Mara speaks these words aloud. If the werewolf falls before noon, all shall be fine. If the sun is at height and he still breathes, then many shall die.
Dolus is like crouched down next to him with like a spoon of food, like about to put it in his mouth. Like drops it.
The Hickory completely caught off guard. Do I have a roll or something? Like bread?
They're all good. You're just gonna throw bread at him?
I'm gonna fucking whack him with this.
You just bink him with a baguette and it hits, and Mara, you had just like finished that mutter and you just don't
Oh hey.
Excuse me.
This is not what I meant by feed me, but thanks, I guess.
I've been feeding you. What was that?
What in the name of Bahamut?
You remember that big creepy like monster that like gave me the clothes and everything?
You mean the thing that tried to eat my brother?
Yeah.
What?
The thing that threatened to kill all of us?
What?
Yeah.
It's a long story, Twink.
That's what talked to us.
What do you
Why?
mean? What?
Okay.
I don't think it's it's pretty threatening.
Mara. She gets down on the floor and grabs him by the face.
Yeah.
Did you reach out to the imprisoned eldritch horror beneath the ocean?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? She like starts slapping him really fast.
What? Wait, stop it. Listen. I'm not hurt. I figured it'd be fine.
He literally said he would have eaten us.
Lotus is gonna walk over behind him, just like lift his cloak, lift his clothes to make sure that he's okay, like he has no wounds on him.
You start picking up his clothes. She starts pulling your shirt up and stuff. You're like, hey, what? He's fine. None of his clothes have changed this time.
Okay. I think we can all be mad at Mara afterwards if you
Yeah,
want.
apparently we
Write
gotta-
that down.
I don't think
We have
need
to kill
write
the
it
werewolf
down.
before noon. It's not
Yes,
hard to
okay.
remember.
Yes, it is.
For who?
Me.
I'll remind you.
Okay, thank you.
Don't
I
worry.
walk outside and see what time it is, by the way, Cryo. While they're doing all this, I step outside to check to see where the sun is at.
It's noon. It's 12:30.
The sun has no.
11:59.
The sun is up, but just barely, so it's still pretty dim through the trees. You get the idea. It's like 8:30 maybe.
All right, we need to hurry.
Let's head out now.
Yep.
Well, I gotta go meet the blacksmith for the cluster bombs.
Okay, we'll all go.
Oh, you're gonna do those.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
They're
go ahead and
gonna
grab.
hurt, so don't throw them near anyone other than him.
Can do.
I'll grab my concoction.
You grab your concoction and all of the oils in the basket, and all of you get your various items. You all head out for the blacksmith.
We're off. Just the wizard.
Twink, you head out towards the Eld tree in that general direction. As you're passing by, there is the blacksmith there, tinkering with a few little things in a box. Hello.
So how many were we able to net?
Well, we need these 24 for the perimeter.
Okay.
That'll keep Gillian isolated just fighting you all. We mixed them with some particulates. It should get a very fine silvery mist. Don't breathe it in.
Right. Okay.
It's little fragments of metal, so if you breathe it
it'll
in...
tear our lungs apart.
Yeah, no, it will be very bad. But it will also keep him confined to your fighting space for at least 2 minutes. As
Okay.
for ones that you can use actively in battle, we've got these 6. She lifts them up.
All right. Well, that's one for each of us.
They're all laced inside, so they won't explode outwards too far. Should be a pretty contained blast within about 10 feet.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take these.
We've already dug out all the post holes for the perimeter, so
They just need to be dropped in, or what's the deal?
just set them in and flick the cap on top to red.
All right, we'll do that on the way out. We're getting ready to head out to start setting up.
Perfect. All of the soldiers are sort of like mustering around there. The
Who wants to
council
take
and Avel are already out at the battlefield.
Oh yeah, they should be. It's that time.
If all goes well, then send Twintania some swords.
Cool. Yeah, be pretty cool.
All right. She just goes back to fiddling with everything.
Okay. Well, let's start putting these up and head out to the battlefield.
All right. You guys take your crates. You gonna head out to where you're gonna fight Gillian so you can set everything up?
Yes.
On the way there, you're sort of walking past bunches of elves and everything, and they're kind of like parting to let you through and everything. As you get out there, you see very clearly ahead of you the entranceway. All of them filing out into various parts of the trenches. Some of them are climbing up in structures in the trees and everything. There are rows and rows of archers on this side of the no man's land that they have made. And towards the center, in a place that you will have to sort of go past, is Arlashna in her full oval kit with her hair braided really tightly like it was in that flashback of hers.
Hi, Arlashna.
Hello. Today's the day. And I'm oval right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Today's the day. Now is the now. It's lovely seeing you, Arlashna. We really do need to be off.
I just said it. Okay. All of you, do well. I will be busy on the battlefield. Can't quite guarantee a save for any of you, but know that you go with my blessing.
Stay safe.
I will. And all of you, well, I guess not all of you. Mara, if you things don't go well, tell Socks I said hello. She just goes back to her spot towards like the front of the line.
What does that mean?
If he dies,
Right, we go to different places, so Mara would be the only one that could tell him.
We do?
Really?
we can talk about this afterwards.
You're in a rush. Dolish, are you
Yes.
okay?
Did you not hear the prophecy we just received that if we don't kill Gillian by noon, that everyone will die? Not everyone, but a large
We
sum
have
of people.
4 hours.
You don't know what will happen. We need to hurry.
But at the very
Nervous-
least, we need to be prepared for when he does show up.
Yes.
Nervous soldiers make mistakes.
Well, there's no nervousness here. It's just being on time.
Okay.
You guys start heading out for your spot. And as you're going, you hear the old familiar bosun's whistle from above you. And out of the trees comes the Starlost, the ship.
No, it's all
Fully-
of the Starlosts.
Fully kitted on the side once more with those elvish crossbows. And with dozens of wizards standing at the railings. And at the helm, you can make her out just there in the distance, the bright red outfit that could only be Lorelei. And Eggold like leans over the side and goes, "Hey,
Hey,
Hi.
don't die!"
you don't die either.
Well, I haven't killed myself yet, so I'm not gonna let someone else do it.
He almost did.
That's a way to look at it.
My arms are tired.
So, do we want to go over everything again? How we feeling, guys?
Yes.
Well, yeah, first off, let's make sure everybody has one. Everybody has their bomb, right?
Yes.
Right.
Everybody has their bomb.
Secondly, I reach into my pocket and I pull it out and I reach over to Hick and say, "You're going to need these." I drop 2 diamonds in your hand.
Okay.
Don't hesitate. Immediately.
I won't. And she puts them away.
Each of you can add a fragmentation grenade to your inventory.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Is that an actual thing that you've created?
It's an actual thing that's already in the game.
Yeah,
look at that, it
grenade,
is.
comma, fragmentation.
Hog.
Then let me add those 2 diamonds.
However, the only difference is grenade fragmentation reads 20 feet, but the effective range is 10.
Gotcha.
Just keep that in mind.
Okay. So, just one more time. I'll just go over the plan.
Okay. Twink.
Oh, I'm going. I thought you were going to go over what the plan was.
No,
I thought that's what you were. I thought you were leading into that.
I
no,
was
no,
too,
no,
but he
sorry.
didn't say anything, so like.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, the goal is I sent him a letter yesterday that should lead him straight here.
You sent him a letter?
Oh, you guys didn't know about that.
You did what?
Was that the
Oh,
one where you asked how to spell buffoon?
yeah, I called him a buffoon.
You did. What?
Yeah. Well, he originally wanted to meet us last night, and I basically sent him the letter telling him to fuck off.
Okay.
So,
You know, honestly, that was a smarter play than going out to meet him.
100%. Yeah, we're not going to play in his court. He's going to play in ours.
Yep.
So, it should lead him straight here. And plus the proximity to grenades should also ward him to here.
Mhm.
I don't know if we really decided on how we want to go about this. We did talk about the image of Socrates.
Yes.
That's still something we want to do? How long does that last for?
I can make it last for a minute at a time if I'm not focusing on it, but if I just keep renewing the image, it'll last as long as I want it to.
Okay, but that doesn't, it's not going to tire you out doing that, right?
No. I can just do it. And he just makes an image of socks like next to him and then makes it go away.
All right, so you can do that then. You need to be towards the back, away from everything, distractions, so that you can focus on that.
Okay.
And then, obviously, when he arrives, hopefully he monologues like the dickhead he is. And then that will give us time to throw the grenades at him.
Okay.
How long can you delay these grenades?
What do you mean delay?
The fuse?
How long do you think he'll sit there and blabber?
I'm not taking any chances. So I'm throwing them as soon as he starts monologuing.
Will you take a chance?
No.
I need to get this in his pocket.
We're still on this.
No, you don't. Why? Why?
We have until noon.
We're about to hit him with silver.
Here's my question to you. Getting that into his pocket does what for us?
This should weaken him.
If he drinks it.
He's likely.
He's
going
likely
to
to
go in
drink
there.
it before he comes to us. Meaning it would have needed to have been to his pocket this morning. Would you wait until you met your enemies to drink the thing that makes you stronger?
Not really.
See my point? Then also, once the battle starts, is he then going to drink it again?
I don't know, really.
Okay.
That'd be a gamble.
And it's not worth it. Plus, we don't know what it does. It might not do anything.
Yes.
We don't know for sure. We just have theory.
I mean, I know what it does. I made it.
You tested it? You know what it does?
I've not tested it.
Then you don't know what it does.
No, I know what it does.
Okay. Well, this is in different circumstances. This would have been a great plan, Mara. If you have the recipe for these memorized, yes? These could be helpful after the battle when it comes to treating the infected of lycanthropy. So don't worry, these vials will still be useful yet, but just not in this specific circumstance. We really can't take any chances.
As soon as he's in our sight, we have to take the upper hand.
Now, maybe there's something else you could do aside from that. Like maybe you put that vial, you pour it onto your grenade before you throw it.
That could work.
Might, but it might not. I just think there's other options to do than to wait for
Pulse,
something
do
that
you-
might never happen.
Do you have a weapon right now?
What do you mean? Like an actual?
Critical weapon.
Yeah, quarterstaff.
Okay. Could
You
you
could always-
actually? Could you pour
you
it
could
on my
always-
blade? He pulls out his battle axe.
Dousing a blade in it would get it straight into the bloodstream.
I have two ideas actually. One for the blade. Are you gonna be up close to him, Lotus?
Probably.
I'm wondering how effective this would be on your fists. Or if you're planning to stab him, obviously. That'd be a lot more effective.
She has many spears. I could put it on the kind of like stutters a bit, about to say Kyle, the Calamity's Edge.
All right, hold on. Put him in a pile.
Just holding out the battle axe.
Just undo it. Do the weapon part.
Douse
Pour.
all
Yeah,
in
douse it.
anti-Gillian fluid.
Anti-Gillian goo.
The Gillian goo.
GG.
No, it's the AGG,
I'll-
the anti-Gillian goo.
What I
I'm
just said.
I'm
Oh,
also
I
gonna
should
open up my pocket, let Bloom out.
Oh.
Hey,
Douse
buddy.
him in it.
Hello.
Hello, Bloom. I thought you
hello.
weren't fighting with us.
I was convinced otherwise.
Yeah, you should head off.
What?
We're gonna be fine.
We had a whole conversation yesterday about this.
I know.
You convinced me.
Go get some grapes. You'll be. It's.
Go get some great. You might die.
You want to be here? I don't know if it's really safe for you, buddy.
No, but what if you turn into an animal and I'm not stuck in your pocket?
Does that comfort you?
No, but like maybe it's good luck because you've always done it before.
Aw.
Maybe. I mean,
Let him stay.
You gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be a hero. He gets in your pocket.
All right.
Twink,
Sounds
what will
good,
you
buddy.
be doing at the start of the whole everything when Gillian approaches?
Well, I'll be going invisible and then preparing myself near him.
Okay. Lotus?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
My best.
My best.
Lovely.
I mean, I can turn invisible as well.
Yes.
Are we doing the rock thingy? I remember you talked about that, but like,
Oh, making this rocks smell.
I
Right?
don't know, the rock sounds.
Oh, the rock sounds.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it won't be necessary because of the letter that Twink sent. Gillian will already be headed here.
Okay.
So, and then like towards the back of the clearing, just make like an image of, because are there like trees and stuff? Like what kind of structures are here? What kind of solid objects are here?
It's all rocky now, up
Okay.
and back as you go for a solid like quarter of a mile through the woods.
So like I'll make an image of Socrates kind of like leaning against a rock, like reading a book. Like over in the, so I'll focus on making this illusion stay. And then he'll get distracted by it. Twink, you will be invisible. You'll be activating the grenades. Lotus, you can also go invisible, and when the actual combat starts, you can attack him without him knowing where you are, possibly. I don't know how well his sense of smell is, or how well it
Won't
will
be very good for long.
It's true. It's very true. Hickory,
Yeah.
where will you be situated?
Somewhere I can get close. I can't turn invisible, so we'll just have to hope I can get there quick.
Okay.
They have the trenches they dug out, so you can take a spot in one of those.
Right.
Yeah.
And Mara?
I think I'm best suited for the back line.
Okay, so it'll be me and you in the back lines.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Lotus, Twink. Take these. These will master scent.
Do I just drop it on myself?
Just put it on your hand. Just kind of rub it on you. You know?
This smells awful.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Brown with like little gray and green bits floating in it, and it's very it's you know how oil and water separate.
Oh,
like that.
Mara, this
Shake
looks
it
like
around a
poop.
little bit.
It looks like poop. It still looks like poop.
It's not poop. It's plant. I
looks-
promise.
Starts to look a bit more like mud the more you get.
This is better than poop.
Yeah, a little oily. You'll be.
Do I need one?
You're not invisible.
Yeah, just an invisible,
point.
folks.
All right,
You
let's
guys
plant these bombs.
dousing yourself with the oil.
All on our new clothes too.
Yeah.
I ain't wearing no new clothes.
No, you're not.
All right, so I suppose we get ourselves prepared.
Yep, plant the bombs, get in position.
You guys spend time planting the bombs, and some of them get some oil put on them. All of them get set up in the ground. Twink, I imagine you're the one making sure to flip those caps so that
Yeah, I'm also
they're red.
keeping one on me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So you
because
set
there were
2
2
dozen
dozen
for the
right?
whole perimeter. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep one on me too.
Okay. So you set them all in their holes. You semi-bury them, so just like the cap that's plopped open with it's like a tiny red. It's like the top of a marker almost, just sticking out of the ground. You
Okay.
set up a whole perimeter on this like elevated section of hill, and it takes about half an hour to get them all appropriately set and carefully done. The rest of the army out in front of you, you can see for a whole mile-long stretch around the no man's land has set up. Your ship is floating somewhere along the midpoint. You see people running back and forth on the deck, loading all of the crossbows, setting everything up. And then it's quiet. Eerily, calmly quiet. We're gonna
Wherever
take
the wherever the Socrates is set up at,
Mhm.
I'm planting that other proximity grenade underneath of him.
Tweak, it takes you like 15 minutes to dig a perfectly set hole and set it up in such a shape that you know it's gonna charge out like the other holes. But you set them up.
Cool.
And we're gonna take a quick break
Good.
so I can set some things up. Okay, we're back.
Hello.
It's time. You guys have waited a solid chunk of time. You've got positioned. Everything is all set up. You wait there like an hour and a half. Like it is it is getting into mid-morning now. And the sun is starting to beam down. It's pretty warm. You're starting to worry because of your fun little prophecy that was gifted to you by the Leviathan speaking through Mara.
What time is it now as we're like coming back from this hour and a half time skip?
It's about 9:30.
Okay.
Somewhere between 9:30 and 9:45, just in that cluster of the later hour of 9 o'clock.
Mm.
You hear a whistle out in the woods, and then another whistle, and another. Then you watch as like the whole army in front of you kind of just like shifts. A scout has declared something. Uncomfortable tension in the air. All the birds stopped chirping. You don't hear any sounds of the woods around you. Just dead almost. And then the sun gets a little dimmer. Sky's kind of turning gray as you all look up, and clouds come rolling in faster than natural. Mara, Dolus, you like look up behind your rock, and just Mara, a drop of water, just boink.
Oh.
Shh. And then another and another and another until suddenly it is just pouring rain.
I changed the Socrates illusion to kind of be like holding his book above his head.
So that the rain is bouncing off.
Yeah.
Okay. Totally fine. But yeah, it is just in proper British terminology, it is just pissing rain.
Would we recognize this from when we fought Gillian the first time?
Oh yeah. The weather is magically being altered.
Okay.
Hickory's trying to find a source so maybe she can dispel it.
Nothing that you can find nearby. It's a huge range.
Rough.
I didn't mention this before, but Lotus has her mask like on the side.
The side, so that she's wearing it, yeah.
Oh yeah, we realized that trenches are not the place that Hickory can be, so she is just behind
a rock. Behind a rock. She
I
is
have
just
my mask
vibing. All right. The rain's coming down. The trenches are starting to sort of fill with mud. You can clearly see there's like some discomfort down below. And then there is just a boom from a spot in the very center of your guys' army. And outwards in a wave from like a single point of light, all the water is just gone. All the water that's falling, all the water that's on the ground is still wet, mud. And the clouds are still there, but they are no longer raining. And all of you sort of look out at it and see our Lashna still glowing there in the center, which kind of dims. And then out of the woods, just soldiers start coming in formation, in rank and file. And they form a line totally opposite of the elven army. You watch as more and more and more are appearing. And among them, scattered, are some of the mechs, and they're all set up, and you can see various flags and banners coming out of the woods. And the sounds kind of picking up from all of the metal marching, all of the cheering. And then, yeah.
One more time. I'm changing the illusion. And now the Socrates looks like he's like cleaning his glasses, like wiping it off from the rain.
Got it.
Love this story building.
Let's just assume that the Socrates is always doing something relative to the weather appropriately. So that you don't have to keep working out what Socks is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it. So you suddenly hear a voice, a big booming voice from their side that you all recognize at this point as Gillian. You can all leave. We just want the werewolf and the tree. You can all walk away and live. Quiet. Some murmurs from your side of the crowd. Starts again, goes, don't want to do this. No part of us wants to come here, cut you down, clear through you. But, and before he can finish, there is another booming voice, louder even from your side. It is Avel. Save your piss talk for someone who cares. Leave the forest or die. Gillian of Stonekeeper. You're not getting any werewolf, and you're not getting any tree. There's like a moment of quiet tension. And then it's a really quiet, followed immediately by, and suddenly Gillian's whole side is roaring with the sound of bowstrings snapping as a field of arrows comes just flying out at the elven army. And then it starts. Arrows are flying. You watch as spells sling down from the Starlost above you. The mechs suddenly race out onto the field as hundreds of soldiers charge along with them into the trenches. And that moment of tension that has been building up snaps into pure chaos in front of you. You're all just sitting up there waiting at the top of your hill looking for Gillian. See, Twink, I assume you would have not quite hidden behind the rock yet. You're muted.
Yeah.
So, can you make a perception check for me?
14.
14? You cannot spy Gillian out among the onrushing army. So, kind of sitting there like, shit. Doesn't seem like he doesn't seem like he's showing himself yet.
Yeah, I just keep my eyes peeled and waiting.
Okay. This goes on for some time. The ship starts to move. You guys watch with anxiety and tension as some fireballs come out off of it. Some slant into it. Arrows pepper the underside. You're hearing shouting from the whole battlefield. At one point, you recognize a very familiar cackle. Just, I love this! As you see a wheelchair go flying off the side of the ship into the battle below.
Jesus
and then behind
Christ.
it, you watch Lachlan in his huge, 9-foot stature, one arm over the railing down into the combat below. It's just wild. At this point, in the distance, it's almost like watching, ants fight. There's just constant mauling over each other. You're watching arrows fly each direction. Every now and then you catch a glimpse of Oval out in the fight as she bursts into light, sending soldiers flying with a single motion of her weapon as it transforms into all of these glorious shapes in the distance. But still no Gillian. And then finally, Twink, after maybe 40 minutes of all of this going on, you hear a voice in your head. It's Illis. Just, found your werewolf! He's in the trenches.
Close?
I don't know, maybe quarter of the way up the battlefield from you. We're trying to funnel him, but he's less aggravatable than you had previously implied.
You're sure you gave him the letter?
Oh, I gave him the letter.
Oh, that's not good.
Twink. Now, having an idea of where to look for Gillian, you look out, and you're watching through the trenches and everything, and at one point you spy an elf soldier just literally get launched by this burst of light clean out of the trench, and then you spot Gillian, move through one of the gaps in the structures.
I'll be back.
Whoa, what?
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on myself and start running down towards him.
Yeah. Twink just sprints down the hill away from you all.
Lotus looks over at Kahik and is like,
Do I go after him?
I'm faster than you, if anything.
By
you
the
can
way, I'm moving 75 feet per round.
He bolts down at
We all heard
speeds
him.
that are like Lotus speed. You all heard him. He shouted
I
it
was
enough.
pretty close.
Yeah. He's close to you, and he announced it to you all.
gonna lean over my rock and like, because on the direction where Hickory and Lotus are. Like, Lotus, trust him. Get back.
Twink.
Am I in a position to where I might be able to fire something if...
You can move around this rock if you'd like, and then get into a position where you'd have sight.
Yeah, I want to keep sight. I want to at least keep sight on Twink.
Okay. Around here will do it. Twink ran off down this hill. We're going to just leave him there
I
to
should definitely
indicate he
pull
is
up the
down there.
combat map now.
Ye-
That's why I said you should have done it from the start.
Yup.
That's
All
okay.
And 1 sec.
Okay. Twink, you go running down this sort of muddy hill. The ground's a little slick, but you're lower to the ground, so you keep your balance as you bolt at speeds you are not used to going down the hill. You get into the trenches really quick. There's mud and muck and bodies and broken wood splintered all over. Are you going down into any of them, or are you just running along
just
like
trying-
the top?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go into the trenches.
Okay.
'Cause
So
I
you get
would
down there
not
and you
be
kind of
able to see outside of them. So
Yeah. It's a fair point. You get down, you kind of like stop up at an upper level of one, looking around for Gillian, and you catch a flash of like his cloak moving in a trench off to your right,
how far?
maybe 130 feet.
Gillian!
It's a pause. And then just unnaturally, like in an old kung fu movie, Gillian leaps clean straight up and lands on the top of them. And he is just looking at you, and his hair is matted to his forehead with water and sweat, and you see streaks of blood on his hands and his face, none of which seems to be his. And he's just like, very kindly worded letters you sent to me, Twink.
Yeah, for a second I thought you might not be able to read.
As would it be expected of a vivacious buffoon?
Yeah.
So, trying to lure me off to the hilltop to kill me.
I prefer to minimize the damages, yep.
Expected me to just tag along.
Well, considering that's where Socrates is.
All this time you've been trying to keep him from me, and you really think I would believe you that he's there now?
I never kept him from you. I just never told you where he was.
You know what? I might as well just kill you now. And he starts walking towards you. He starts walking towards you, and you just turn and book it. And all of you, Hick and Lotus specifically, with your positions, you see Twink just start up this hill, and in the distance, you see Gillian.
Literally look like Saitama running.
I imagine like he's like, I might as well kill you now, and Twink does like the Scooby Doo like.
Oh my gosh!
All right, Lotus, get ready.
I have my grenade ready.
All right.
The moment he enters the 60 feet, I am chucking.
All right, Twink.
Kind of.
So Hickory, you set back behind the rock, I assume, to not be seen by Gillian? Or
Yeah.
are you going to
Well,
remain?
yeah, but also like
Okay.
Lotus, I think would know. Like you need to make sure he's in the ring of the explosives first.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
That too.
Twink comes running up. Max speed, just bursting up here. Skids on like the mud and stuff, and just into this little alcove in his rock.
Dolus looks over like the rock, sees Twink there. Goes back. The Socrates illusion kind of is looking over, confused.
Yeah, I'll drop
Socrates' illusion is looking at you,
concentration.
Twink.
Yeah, I'll drop concentration on Expeditioner's Retreat now, and I'll cast invisibility on myself.
The
Okay.
moment Twink turns invisible, I'm also turning invisible.
Twink and Lotus both just out into nothing. It's up the hill. Walks your favorite person,
This fucking douchebag.
Gillian. Oh,
That's
I'm
Twig.
holding on the
Hello.
wrong layer. Hello.
That's our other favorite douchebag.
Gillian, he gets to the top of the hill and he just kind of stops. And he's breathing a little heavily, and he just he looks dead at the socks illusion ahead of him.
Which is sort of now in a cautious defensive position. Stance kind of thing.
He's Give me 1 second. Does one really big So Socks isn't really here then.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna set off the proximity mines.
You cast a quick little cantrip at them, and they're so unstable that the one closest to you, the moment you nick it, it just and they fire off like special effects explosives in a perfect boom, 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 boom. Oh, and Gillian has barely
Michael
any
Bay
time.
It's a Michael
Like
Bay
a
film.
Michael Bay film. Gillian has. All right. Gillian dives in towards you, away from the ring of exploding mist. So he is not caught in the initial explosion, but you have properly got him in the ring. And as he starts to get up, Lotus did say she had her grenade ready. Throw that mother.
Throw that bitch!
What do I roll for this?
You don't roll anything. I have to roll a save because he's within your range.
This is a deck save.
It is a deck save. Oh boy.
Would it be a disadvantage because he did just dive out of the way of a different bomb?
He's prone, so it is a disadvantage.
Yeah, I like those.
We take those. Alrighty. And that is... Sorry about this. He's going to take half damage because he succeeds on his save. So you appear and you lob it at him. And he sees it and he throws his hand up and sort of slaps it away from his place on the ground. So it explodes a few feet above him and it rains those silver bearings down on him. And so you can roll 5d6 and then half that damage.
Total of 17.
17.
So 8 damage.
So 8 damage. So yeah, he's just... And he looks at you. And I need you all to roll initiative.
Let's go! 19! No! 22!
Wait for me to...
Damn it!
You're too excited. Stop it.
I am very excited, man. I don't roll.
Shout at you, just how dare you!
I wanted to do
You
something.
speak!
I wanted to do something when the grenade exploded.
Ooh, what did you want to do when the grenade exploded? Ask me. There may still be time.
Yeah, well, I was just going to as soon Dolus was prepared for combat. Like as soon as he heard the first explosions, and I just wanted to kind of just roll right over not over but to the side to the rock to where I can see Gillian, and then immediately snap my fingers and try to cast slow on him. If it's not possible, I can.
I'm gonna say it's not. I'm gonna say the movement was possible, but not enough time to get in a spell cast.
Okay.
So if any of you want to move a quick burst of 5 to 10 feet, I'll allow it in this moment as the explosives are going on.
I'll go 2 left.
Okay.
I won't move, I'll just take flight.
Okay. You just go up a few feet. All right. Let me roll.
Is the green stuff
Rocks and
Big rocks.
rubbish.
They're like 10 feet tall.
Rocks!
so I have to move to actually
Yes.
shoot
Yeah,
some?
you'd have to move around them to
You're currently
properly
full cover.
shoot him. You are currently full cover. He cannot attack you, at least with attack roll.
I'll move up 1.
Okay.
The Socrates illusion is no more. I let
Bye.
go of that concentration.
Goodbye,
as soon as the
Socrates
explosions went off.
illusion.
I am also no longer invisible.
You are not.
Yeah,
'cause
you lost
triggered
that when
those
you-
bombs.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's hear it. Who's got 20 to 25?
22.
Look at Hick with 22. Who has 15 to 20? Oh, it's one of those. It's-
17, you
Yeah.
said?
Ray, for
17,
having
yeah.
such high decks, you never roll good initiative.
Right?
Ever.
Ever.
You never roll good initiative.
It's awful.
what did you say you had, Mara? 17? Okay. 15 to 10? Hey, what you got? 14?
10.
10? Okay, Lotus, and then Twink.
Okay. What
That's
happened?
okay.
buddy?
He's saving the good rolls for later.
Yeah.
Mega lol.
Nat
No, I
20,
smelled
right?
it before we started.
Yeah, that's true. You were doing rollies and fucked yourself.
Oh no, Dolus, what you got? What you rocking?
9.
9?
Ooh.
We have our initiative, boys and girls.
Gorals?
Girls. Give me 1 second to make sure
Girls.
I have other page open. Other page that I need. I apologize for the brief delay.
Roxanne.
And we have first up Hickory.
It's me.
It is you! You are the first who is to go.
Yeah.
Don't die first round.
Why would you say that? Okay, well, on that beautiful. Am I within 60 of him? 5, 10, 15, 20.
You guys can all see the grid lines this time, yes?
Yeah.
Yay!
I just didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, 6, 7. What?
What?
You are.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna step just one forward because I'm not sure if I can actually. Can I see him right now?
Yeah. You'd be able
Yeah.
to see him at this angle.
All right, cool. We're gonna open up with Toll the Dead then.
Oh, that's a save for me, right? Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
Oh! What's your save?
14.
He failed.
Ooh.
Told the
Ew.
dead. Told the dead
That's
this
a
boy.
12. Okay, so then he is going to take. That's 8 on the first roll, 5 on the second, so 13.
13
Necrotic.
points of necrotic damage. All right. We, as the kids say, love to see it.
Yeah, really glad we finally landed Toll the Dead. I think we've only landed it once this entire campaign.
Not true. Dolus has landed it a bunch of times. He just doesn't do much damage with it.
He lands it all the time. It just
Hey, I
You
just
know.
rolled 2s.
Yeah. I was really happy to see 8 on my first roll.
So how much was that total?
It was 13.
13. Awesome. Gillian, looking at Lotus from the grenade, is not ready for you to snap your fingers at him and toll the dead. And so he... What else would you like to do with your turn, Hickory?
Then I'm going to... Can I? No, that's an action. Boo. Then I'm going to bonus action spiritual weapon at level... At level 3? No, 3 is still the same damage. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll do level 2 then. We're gonna cast spiritual weapon at level 2.
Spiritual weapon at level 2, just right next to him, I assume?
Yeah!
We're gonna keep this.
This is a threat.
Is here good?
Yeah, that's great.
Sick. Your spiritual weapon appears, like, you're not exactly sure what you're gonna summon. You're expecting your normal sword, maybe the moment, and the perfect afterimage of the hour appears.
Oh, that's new. Okay.
Make that swipe.
Do I get an attack off the rip, or is it just the summon?
Spiritual weapon? You should get an attack off the rip.
Don't you have to use your action to do it?
No,
Nope.
when you first cast it, you get an attack with it,
Cool.
and then on
You
further
do.
turns, it's a bonus action.
All right,
Cool.
then
Yep.
let's fucking roll for it. That is a 16.
16 does not hit.
Fuck. He's not even a werewolf yet. Okay. Then shit, it misses.
So 16. It's coming right at him, and it like barely just whoom, you roll. He's just desperately avoiding. He's still on the ground as he's now getting like assaulted.
All right, that's
right.
all I got.
That's your turn.
I'm gonna move one
I-
to the right just so or two to the right so he doesn't
So
really.
you're backing cover.
Yeah. I was like, he might fire back.
Well, it's his turn now. So he's going to use half his movement to get up. He's still
Pussy.
knocked on the ground. What do you mean, pussy? He's knocked on the
know.
ground.
I don't know. Getting beat up by a nun.
He saw you duck back behind the rock, and he sees Lotus right in front of him, and sort of ignoring the spiritual weapon, he reaches in his coat, and he pulls out just a single crossbow bolt. And he tosses it up in the air, and as his
Fuck!
hand comes back down, he snaps his fingers, and it becomes a field of them that is just shooting down in a 40-foot radius around this point. So he is aiming at the center of the rock. Give me one brief moment.
What?
That is going to catch everyone but Mara and Twink. So I need you guys to make dex saves.
Damn.
I need the three of
Everyone
you
but
to make.
Mara and Twink.
Everyone but Mara and Twink needs to make dex saves.
I would
Uh,
like to use a lucky point.
Dolus, they're coming down at you, and you're really concerned for a moment that you are not about to not get hit by this. And you feel a crackle through your hand of a familiar magical energy as you burn a lucky point.
Let's go. That's really good because I rolled a 3.
I got
Fuck!
it.
No, I used a lucky point. I rolled a 4.
That's one better!
Oh, God.
Anyway, I rolled a
7
19.
total.
19, Lotus.
That's
Total of
7
18.
total.
Total of 18. Lotus and Hick, you save, so you're going to take half damage.
I do
Okay.
not because I have evasion. I just
Ooh.
take nothing.
So
That's
Lotus is going to
right.
take nothing. While, give me 1 second to roll these.
Sick.
Roll these to self. I don't need to make you feel this. Okay, that could have been way worse. That is going to be 17. So halved
Cool.
for halved.
Okay,
No,
I-
halved for Hick. So you take 8.
I thought you were telling me that I was taking 17 at halved.
No, Dolus is taking the 17.
Cool. Sick.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Fucking lucky point put me up, but I'm using a different dice.
I'm using a different die. Oh my gosh.
God damn it. It was so cool too. You
Da,
fucked me,
da, da.
Kylie.
Can't target the spiritual weapon.
No.
So yeah, that's That is going to be Gillian's turn. So that means, by order of law, Mara is next.
Yay.
By the
All right.
order of PIMDAS.
So just do my thing. Snap. Comes
Crackle.
transformation.
What you
Become
turning
a,
into?
Archer.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Mara sort of rolls around the rock, and in mid-motion, his clothes take on that flowy translucence to them, and the horn after image appears as he summons that light bow.
All right, and how do I start this off? All right, I'm going. Okay, I'm going to. I'll just go ahead and use a guiding bolt free cast.
A guiding bolt?
Hmm?
What
Yeah.
level of a guiding bolt?
Level 1 for the free cast.
Okay.
28.
Nat 20.
Oh,
That's a crit!
Yeah, that's a good way to start. All right.
We're starting off strong on Mara's round. Let's go.
shit.
So
Okay.
I dropped two attack rolls, right?
Yeah.
For crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait.
You'll double.
Wait.
You'll
Two
double the
damage
dice.
roll. Yeah, double dice.
Yes. So whatever
So
the
do a
dice
regular
is,
attack
you'll
roll,
double.
and then just roll those d6s without any
It-
bonus.
He's using D&D Beyond. It did it for him.
Yeah.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because it crit. Sick.
28.
28.
Radiant.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's radiant, which is great for the werewolf. Mara, you roll out around this rock, and your bow summons, and a big bolt of light fills it, and you fire off. And he's just kind of looking cockily at the rock that was just peppered with bolts that are fading out of existence now that they've been summoned. So he does not see it coming. He looks up just in time to get slammed in the shoulder by this massive beam of light.
All right, and as I'm pretty sure I should be able to, if I read correctly, cast the Starry Archer form bonus attack.
Yes, because it qualifies as just a magical attack, not a spell.
Cool. I'll go for the hit then.
Okay.
And this should be at advantage.
Because of Guiding Bolt? Yes.
Yeah. All right, 24.
24 hits.
Mhm.
24 hits.
Oh, come on.
Hey, 6 damage is more than no damage.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And you can't be mad after the crit, bro.
I know.
You just, you just did 28.
I know. I'm gonna scoot back down 1.
Everybody's hitting him and then backing the fuck off.
Yeah. That'll be it though.
That's your turn, which means up next we have Lotus,
Let's
who
go,
just
Lotus.
avoided a bunch of bolts raining from the sky.
You're really gonna have to try harder than that. And I'm going to throw both my hands out, my wings spread, and I'm going to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Let's go.
2.
Nice.
Oh, she gets the evolving form. Shit.
Yep.
Cries in, you're gonna have to try harder than that. Dolus takes every arrow.
Just
You're gonna have to try to shred that wolf behind the rock. Like,
Stop taunting him!
The first one is a miss because it was a natural 3, but the other one is a total of 17.
17 hits. And is the AC.
Fuck.
I told you that spiritual weapon just.
Yeah.
That's 5 points of force damage.
Alright.
And I'm going to move up on the map, like towards him by 10 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take my bonus action and... What is it? Patient defense.
Okay. You have patient defense. You are prepping that dodge action.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. And that is your turn then?
Yes. I just have
Tweet.
like my fists up, ready to dodge.
Okay, perfect. Twink, you are next.
Yeah.
And I forgot to do it until now, so I'm going to say it after Twink is Dolus.
So I'm gonna turn the corner, right there, and I'm throwing the bomb,
All right, I'll make my save.
which everyone else forgot we had. I didn't forget.
No, I didn't.
turn.
He fails. He's going to take full damage.
Let's go.
5d6, right?
5d6.
I just wanted the chance to fucking hold it dead.
I crit. I'm happy.
That's fair.
All right. That's a lot of damage. That's 23 damage.
Woo! You throw it. Gillian is looking directly at Lotus after that Eldritch Blast, and he is angry. And you come around the corner and chuck it, and he turns, and almost in slow motion, it cartwheeling this canister over itself, and he sees it, and it boom! He
That's
clutches his face, and he's just like, "Duh!"
That's accurate.
Gillian.
No, that was Gillian.
Is that your turn, Twink?
I'm
Oh.
gonna
Really?
take a few steps back now.
Take it back now, y'all.
Throws a grenade into your face. Leaves.
One hop this time.
Does not. Throws a grenade in your face. Does not explain. Leaves.
You just got gnomed.
All right, Dolus.
I am going to move 10 feet diagonal upright towards him.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action hex. I'm going to hex his dexterity.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm going to throw my bomb.
Oh,
That'll work.
boy.
We love hex. We love hex dex. Dex hex.
We love
Huh?
that.
We love a dex hex.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, baby.
So whatever it is.
Okay. It's good that was. It's good that I have to roll again.
It didn't help.
It didn't help.
Oh,
Go be him.
oh, I was just being funny, man.
Okay, so half damage.
Okay. 5d6. Oh, I dropped one. It's gone forever.
Goodbye.
That is a total of 19, so he takes 9 damage. It's halved.
Not bad.
Oh, and also in that movement that I did not run nor fly. I floated. I levitated.
Great.
Just want to make it known. I don't want to touch the mud.
He was sticky.
Yeah.
Ewy gooey.
So yeah, I do that. That's about my turn. He's hexed now. Wait, do I do the extra hex damage? The extra d6 of hex damage on that?
Oh no. One sec. Does hex apply to
Items.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra d6 necrotic damage to a target whenever you hit it with an attack.
Is it an attack?
Is that an attack?
I mean, you're essentially triggering an environmental hazard at command, so I don't know.
Let's
I'm
go
going-
read what the fragmentation grenade says.
As an
Yeah,
action,
I'm
a character
pulling it
can
up.
throw a grenade 60 feet away with the grenade. Okay, whatever.
We'll go with no because it doesn't say it's an attack.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, it says as an action, throw a grenade.
I am going to make the ruling on this that will not get the hex damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's my turn then. Also, I'm gonna go grab food.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, I was gonna go grab some food quickly.
He's got time.
As we go back to the top of the round.
It's me!
It's you. Then it is going to be Gillian again, and then Mara. Be prepared because you are after.
I
Gillian.
wanna go right next to Lotus. On her left.
Okay.
I counted the
You-
movement. That should work.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, it does.
Nice. Fantastic. I'm gonna throw my fucking bomb at him.
His dex is hex. Hex dex. Oh, I mean, I don't have to roll again. He already failed.
Let's go!
Cool.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go! 18!
18. Damn.
And then while he's dealing with the
battering
fact that
this man.
happened, that fucking spiritual weapon's swinging at him again.
Make an attack roll.
Alright, there we go. That's 18.
That hits.
Alright, how much damage does that fucking bitch do? 1d8. Okay, where's my 8? There you are. That is 7 force damage.
7 force damage. All right.
Yeah. And I messed up on the order or something, but I'll deal with it next turn.
Fair enough.
What else
Okay.
could you do?
I was going to cast haste before I did any of that.
Well, you can't throw the bomb and cast haste.
Why not? It gives me an extra
that-
action.
But you're gonna have haste on yourself.
Yeah!
Okay.
But we'll do that next turn. I made my mistakes, and we will live with them.
But you're gonna haste Lotus. That was the reason you got next to her.
No, she's my friend.
That's your turn, then?
right now. Yeah!
Gillian has been peppered from multiple directions by multiple bombs and attacks and everything. He's kind of sitting there, and he reaches into his coat, and he pulls out one of those vials. He pops the lid
Ah,
and
shit,
shakes
we're
it like a
stupid.
shot, smashes it to the ground. And then he looks at Lotus and Hick and kind of glances at Dolus. And he, better than that, huh? And he just waves his hand. And I need you all to make wisdom saves.
Lotus, why did you do this?
No wonder
Everyone?
No, I need the 3 of them to make wisdom saves. Apologize.
Say the names one more time.
Dolus, Lotus, and Hick.
Okay, I'm good at these and I rolled well.
4?
22.
22, okay.
24.
23.
Let's go!
You all save. You all feel a sickly crunch around you that Hick is familiar to you from when he tried to cast Hold Person on you previously.
This bitch.
You all succeed, and he kind of is like, of course. And then he is going to rush forward, and he, as he comes up to you, the nails on his hand shoot out like claws, and he's going to make an attack at you, Hick.
Okay.
He could still transform.
I do has my shield.
He doesn't hit you, it's okay. You raise your shield up, and his claws just, and they like sink into the metal. But they do not go
appears
through.
over the edge of her shield.
And he's just in your face, kind of like, "Ugh." That's Gillian's turn.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Which means, Mara, you're up.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think about this a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just do another guiding bolt. This time at level 3.
All right? You step out behind the rock and fire off another guiding bolt. Let's see what he rolls this time. 12. 12 does not hit.
Cool.
So.
All right. I'm gonna pull out the bug vials. That's it.
You just pull the bug bottle out. All right. Mara's turn. Up next, we have Lotus, who Gillian is now within bit bapping range.
And Twink is after Lotus, yeah.
Twink is after Lotus.
Lotus is going to fly around so that she's flanking with Hickory.
Let's go!
Lotus sort of
you.
dives in and slides on the mud right into her stance.
Told you. You gotta do better than that. I'm gonna pull out my obsidian spear and tooth flips. Poke him in the butt.
Make your melee attacks.
Dirty 20 for my first one. Wow, these are... 14 for my second one.
So the dirty 20 hits.
Yes. Wow, I rolled fucking... Oh my god, that's a total of 6. Yeah,
That's okay. That's damage.
that's damage.
That's damage.
We like damage.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to... I'm gonna miss the first one. I'm gonna stab him into with the obsidian spear in the other one, and I'm essentially going to use my weight to roundhouse kick with one leg, and then with my other leg, it's gonna come back around and hit him again with a flurry of blows.
Okay.
I apologize.
That is a
audience.
natural 19 for the first one.
Riddle hit.
Did it
And
crit?
that is... Huh?
You have advantage.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And then the other one is a 21.
They both hit.
And for my open hand technique, I'm going to make it so that he cannot take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
Math.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
That's a total
damn.
of 12 with both damage.
12 points of damage.
Yes.
This man. You are just bipping the crap out of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Girl power.
And then I just land back on my feet. That's it. That's my turn.
Alright.
Oh, wait. I'm going to stunning strike for my first roundhouse kick.
Oh, okay. Spend a key point.
Yes.
And I have to make a con save.
Yes.
That is 21.
Fuck. He saves. That's my
No,
turn.
Fucking
he is
mugs,
not
man.
stunned as you roundhouse him.
Mhm.
Twink, you are up. You're muted.
Muted.
Yeah, I'll come running around now, and I have to, like, where I'm 2 squares away from him.
Okay.
And then
Great.
I'll activate my guardian armor, and that'll be my turn.
Perfect. Dolus, you are next. Hick, you are after Dolus.
I am going to fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Did Mara go?
Pepper him. Yeah, Mara went.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He missed with the guiding bolt and then pulled out the bug bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
He goes right after Gillian.
Okay. One of them hits.
Awesome.
And that'll do 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6, 13.
13.
And then plus a d6. Hex damage. 6. 19.
19.
19. You guys are hitting hard. We love to see it.
We are level 7.
And I'm going to bonus action second wind.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Heal yourself, buddy. How much do you heal for?
I heal for 8 hit points.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Get 8 of those 17 back.
Yeah.
Hick.
It's almost like I only took half damage.
What? Hick, you're up.
Hickory, peering over the shield at Gillian's claws, looks him dead in the eyes and goes, "Hey Gillian, remember this trick? Karma's a bitch." And she grabs his hand and casts Inflict Wounds.
Ouchies.
3rd level, by the way.
3rd level inflict you're hitting him with the full force.
That's 22 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, that's gonna be 5d10. Hold on one sec. 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll that. 33.
Shit. Guys are beating the crap out of this man.
She's not done with him either. That
Let's go.
sword's coming for more fun. Let's go ahead and bring the lovely Hour over to Gillian on his right side. That's an 11, so that's gonna whiff.
It comes slicing up through the mud around Lotus, and it swings up. And as he kind of like reels from the inflict wounds, it's like where he would have been.
And then yeah, fuck it. Then I'm gonna nothing. Actually, never mind. I used my action and my bonus action. I'm good.
Yep. All right. Fantastic. I love this. This is so much fun. I love you guys. I love you guys.
too, buddy.
This is great. This is great.
How to bond with your friends. Beat the shit out of just an absolute
Just-
piece of shit werewolf.
Just absolutely recommend.
Yeah, plot twist. Your friend is the man that you're wrecking.
Ayo.
No. It's Gillian's turn. He
Yeah, it is.
Thoroughly surrounded at this point by all of you. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Kind of looks at you all. And you see, for a brief moment, Hick, you watch his teeth kind of seem to start sharpening in his mouth.
Uh-huh.
And then you see his eyes crackle for a second with some kind of magical energy. And I'm going to need all of you to make con saves, except for
casting a
Dolus
spell?
and Mara. He is casting a spell.
Counterspell.
Counter spell, what level?
I'm casting it at my highest level.
Yeah, I was
which
going to
is
say he's a
3rd level.
warlock.
Oh, you're a warlock. That's right.
Yeah,
You've got, what, 3 right now?
yeah, 3rd level. Is he casting it a 4th level or higher?
He is. So I'm going
Okay.
to need you to make an ability check with
Okay.
your spellcasting modifier. So roll a
Come on,
20
kid.
and add 3.
Shit, I missed my dice tray. Ooh, that is 19.
19!
I rolled a 16.
Crackles with this electricity for a brief second, and then it just off into like nothing but smoke and mist.
And I'm just like staring him dead down. Like my eyes are glowing a bit.
Successful
So we don't need our
counter
saves.
spell. You don't need your saves. No, that's,
Yes.
the spell fizzles out. It does not happen. 1 second.
Eat my entire dick, Gillian.
Damn.
Ray, what did you do to him?
That-
What did you do to Gillian on your turn?
Made it so he can't take reactions.
Okay.
I'm living right now. I'm well fed, hydrated, just successfully counterspelled.
Yeah,
This
he's
is a
living his
life.
best life.
Yeah. Never successfully counterspelled before.
Best life.
All right. Well, Hick,
Counter.
Lotus,
Did I?
What's up?
you're both having claws swipe at you.
Cool.
Hick, that
Was it a bonus action? I bet it was a bonus action.
Hick, that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Lotus, that is 18 to hit.
Nope.
Damn it.
18 doesn't hit? Oh, you put your mask on, right? So your AC's 19?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me roll my dice. Come here, you. You. Get out of the foam! Hick, you are going to be taking... Okay.
That's a lot.
That is going to be 15 points of necrotic damage as the claws.
Then it's going to be 7
Have.
points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, so the claws just jam into your shoulder. And you feel cold at the point of impact.
Cool.
As there is just like a drain and it slashes out through you. And he swings his other hand at Lotus and misses.
Yeah.
And that is Gillian's turn.
cool.
Which means, Mara, you're up again.
Okay. Sweet. So I see how much I'm doing. 35 feet of movement. I'm gonna get as close as I can.
Lotus, you are
To,
after this. Just a heads up.
I'm gonna try to get close.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
That'll
You
work.
get there.
I'm gonna, what is it? Unload the vials. Pull out giant insect for my spell.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
So
I've been waiting.
I should have 6 centipedes.
Jeez.
And 2 spiders. Let's see, just to make on this.
6 centipedes and 2 spiders.
Yep.
Let me make some layers.
Look at all these things that we're throwing at you, Cryo.
8.
This is what happens when you let us prepare.
Yeah, right.
Spider. 1.
Pretty sure we still have a bomb or 2 laying
Spider.
around too.
You. Spider 3. Spider 4. Spider 5. Spider 6.
Centipede.
Wait, so
Wait a minute. You got him backwards.
yeah,
Oh, I
you got it
did.
backwards.
Crap. Okay.
Oh well, just know now.
C
You
is-
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, C is the centipedes.
Or C
C is the spiders. S is the centipedes.
Yeah.
Yes, sea piters and
Centipede.
Oh my
It's because they're
God.
snake-like.
Does anybody even see those on the map?
I haven't put them down yet.
Okay.
I need to know where they're going.
I want to surround Gillian.
Gillian's already pretty fucking surrounded, but okay.
Get all the corners too.
Yeah, we gotta get all the corners.
I'm not gonna be able to get close now.
No.
I'm gonna what is it? We'll get to that.
Well, you're small, so you're able to occupy the same space as a medium. No?
No, incorrect.
Fuck.
He's able to occupy the same space as a large? Or is it the next size that you can occupy the same space as?
As far as combat goes,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Large, maybe. No, not large. Yeah, maybe large. I don't know.
Holy shit.
You really let him. You let him have those. I want you to
I did.
remember
I
that.
gave them to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have an army.
So I'd like every centipede to bite him.
Make 6 attack rolls.
I'd like every centipede to bite.
Wait, can the one on the top left even reach him?
No, so you're gonna have to make 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5 attack rolls.
Okay.
You both spiders and 1 centipede cannot hit him because he is surrounded already.
28, 7, 1, 3.
Which ones are over? How many are over 17?
Just one.
Make one damage roll.
He is
I'm
attacking
so
with
mad. Come on.
5 centipedes. He rolled
I am a
28, 1, 9,
man
and 3.
with 5 centipedes!
See,
Do
so
they
the
have
hit.
modifiers?
Yeah, I have them.
+4, but it wasn't
They're
enough,
all the other ones are all under 10.
unfortunately. Okay,
I
so
have their
it-
modifiers.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 2 piercing damage.
Is that a 20?
Yeah, wait. Did you roll a 20 for one? So is that a crit?
Yeah.
It is a crit.
Wait.
It's a crit.
Oh, that was a
Crit.
crit.
That 1 centipede really carried his weight.
The
Pulse, which one crit him?
centipede.
Which one crit
which
him?
one?
Choose.
Pick one. Pick a centipede. He is the chosen.
The top left one, the S3.
S3. Let's go.
S3 is our
Can
hero.
we give him a real name?
After.
Yeah.
Yeah, not now. Finish
Okay.
combat, please.
Okay, so roll 2d4s, right? For the crit damage?
Yep.
Is it 1d4 for the bite?
Yes.
Then yeah, 2d4.
Okay. So that is a 6. The modifier is +2.
So 8 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. And
My
then he
goodness.
needs to do a con saving throw for poison
Poison.
of 11. Yeah,
We are just
What's the save?
fucking him.
11.
He saves.
Okay.
I love that Mara ran up, summoned 5 giant centipedes and a giant spider, and they all attacked Gillian, and he did 8 damage.
Yeah.
So you guys, Twink, you're squaring up. Lotus, you were just hitting him. Hick, he just stabbed you in the shoulder. You're all just like, this is crazy. This is hectic. And suddenly, there are giant centipedes as tall as Hick just surrounding him with you. Spiders that are almost as big as the Fey spiders just next to you, Lotus. Twig, your vision is suddenly blocked by a centipede twice your height.
Anything. I'm really pointless now.
All
He
right.
is in full cover.
Hold on. All right. I want to move
Goddamn.
S2 to the top
Okay.
left, like to the left of S3.
Let him in! Let Twink in!
And now I would like the 2 spiders to make ranged web attacks.
Bro, what the fuck?
There are a lotus and a centipede and a spiritual weapon in the way.
I'm trying to think if that's like actually smart because
3/4 cover at best is what's happening here.
Which is +5 AC, by the way. So you'd have to hit a 22.
I have to hit a 22.
Yeah.
Like actually hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to.
Yeah,
you'd
for
have
real.
to- Is that even possible? You can still hit Lotus.
I think. Wait.
Like that's
Please
still a
don't
thing
have
you can
Yeah,
do.
if you fuck this up,
It's
you'll
plus
hit Lotus.
5. Yeah, it's like so if I miss these attacks, it hits Lotus.
One of
There's a
them
chance.
will.
Just win.
One of them might.
Yeah, you're shooting past Lotus, so
So you might hit Lotus, you might hit the other centipede there.
Let's see, but
You might just whiff it and hit nothing. I'll roll.
It's
it's not
Well,
like you
there's-
just get free
there's-
without no consequence.
yeah. There's one spider near the spiritual weapon though,
There is.
so I
And it
think
can
I'll
hit the
use.
spiritual weapon.
I'll do that one.
You can carry past. Okay. Make your attack roll. This is great. Lotus, are you ready for your turn when you're covered in web?
14.
That-
plus
Ray's
5,
playing a
19?
monk, and she doesn't have the record for the most attacks in a turn
19,
anymore.
19 does
Yeah.
not hit.
Okay.
So the spider's kind of like scuttling around the spiritual weapon. It fires the web off, and it goes past Gillian and Twink. Your fists are up, and web just goes like boom past you, and you're like, oh.
And as a bonus action,
Dude!
I'm going to sorry, archer form hit. All right, the bonus attack. Gonna go for it.
You're gonna, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should be able to do that.
As a bonus action, I'll open my other vial of.
I was gonna say he has half cover because of your angle with the centipede, but you hit higher than that, so
6.
6.
Christ
Alright,
alive, dude.
I'm good.
Lotus, you are up, and Gillian is starting to look super fucked up.
Wait a minute, am I reading this right?
What?
It says here on Giant Insect that you're supposed to make the call on what they do, Cryo.
Oh, I decide what they do,
Wait, I should be able to control them.
They listen to your commands.
but I can decide whether they listen.
They obey. No, they obey your commands. You decide what they do.
Hmm.
So, like, if you say attack Gillian, he decides which ones are going to attack Gillian,
Oh, okay.
and where they move.
Ah, good to know.
It says right here that the GM has the statistics for these creatures and resolves their actions and movement.
Yeah, it does.
But
Only
each
one
creature
hit.
obeys your verbal commands, and in combat, they do act on your turn.
Okay. So, for next round, good for you to know. You can command it to do things, but then I decide how it goes.
Okay.
We'll call it a whiff, because this one...
And holy shit,
Only one.
you can control...
10.
Oh, yeah. So we did that wrong, too. Because it's either 10 centipedes, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion.
Oh, yeah, there's an
not-
or.
It's not
And.
Oh, it's not
correct. Correct. So you would only have the centipedes or the spiders.
Yeah, and that would be the case if he didn't talk to them real nice before then.
Yeah,
Now
he
has
did bribe them.
True, he did bribe them.
Yeah.
He did bribe them.
I was about to say, I was like, this seems over fucking powered.
Lotus,
Hi, me. That's me.
it is your
It's
turn
you.
now.
Is
Although 10 centipedes.
You are
is fucking
surrounded by
So
centipedes.
cool, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
this is awesome. What?
One of them like locks eyes with you and is just like,
Hi.
That
I'm
was
gonna
just
jump
good
off
centipede
you.
noises.
And then Lotus is going to like stab her spear into the ground and like pull herself up and kind of do like a jumping off the centipede and then like one leg on the centipede and then like stomping into Gillian.
you're making your attack, your bip
Yes. I'm
talon
making my
attack.
bit. Yes.
All right, make your talon attack. The
First
centipede
one.
is very confused as your foot is suddenly on it, and it's like, ah!
The first one is a 23.
That hits.
The second one is a 26.
That hits.
Me do big damage. Oh, me do really big damage. The first hit is 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
You have advantage on all these, by the way.
Yeah,
You
I'm
do.
rolling at advantage.
Perfect.
And the other one is 9 points of slashing damage. Are my feet
Okay.
also magical? Like, I know my fists are magical, but are my feet magical?
It just specifies melee attacks, or does it
Yeah.
specify your fists?
I think it just I think it says melee.
So yes,
So then
you
yes,
are
they
magical. It's not just your hands.
Yeah,
Your-
it's
your
where you
melee
focus your
attacks.
key.
count as magic.
Your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity. So
Yeah, unarmed strikes. Yeah, that would count. Your feet.
Think
Let's
you
go.
are next. A heads up.
Yep.
Lotus, would you like to do anything else on your turn?
God, fuck it, I'll use another key point. I'm gonna like let go of the centipede and just like try and double elbow him.
So you just, as your flurry of blows, that's what it's going to be? Or
yes.
okay.
Math. The first one hits.
Great.
The second one also hits. And it's a total of 16 points of slashing damage. I rolled both 4s and I have +4.
If I ever let you guys plan, it is a massacre.
And
Yeah.
I'm also going to attempt a stunning strike again.
Hold him down while we beat him, Lotus.
It's the JoJo gif. He saves.
Damn.
Well,
So no stun.
You can't take reactions anyway, so.
That's fine. Twink, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up and punch him.
As is your will to do.
I love every single time Ian goes directly after Ray. Because it's like, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and then I'm gonna spend a key point and hit him 6 more times, and then I'm gonna punch him in the dick, and then I'm gonna call his mom, call her a bitch, and then Ian's like, yeah, I'm gonna punch him.
So 20 on the
Truly.
first one.
That hits the dichotomy of monks and any other martial class other
And
than
a
max level
21
fighters.
on the second one.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go! Gillian is looking fucked up.
Let's see if he dies.
Gonna
He dies.
be
He dies.
six thunder damage on the first one and 9 thunder damage on the second one.
All right.
Then I'm gonna bonus action defensive field.
Add those temp HP.
And
Mara, Dolus, you're next.
that'll be it.
All right, well then, Dolus, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to fly above Mara, and like in that direction. I'm gonna go one thing there, yeah. And so I'm gonna be about 15 feet up
Above where Twink's at, yeah.
yeah, so that I can see like everything, despite the giant centipedes and spiders. As I fly by Mara, I'm like, "Great job!" and I like keep going.
Thanks.
And then I'm gonna fire 2 more Eldritch Blasts at him.
Make your attack rolls.
First one hits. That's an 18 plus 6. And the second one, I'm assuming also hits. Yeah, because AC is 17. That's 24 and 23 to hit. So, roll my damage now.
Uh-oh. I know that face.
Ooh, that's okay. Let me do math. Plus d6. That's cocked. That's 32 points of force damage.
You know, I think.
Gillian's fucked up.
He's still not dead.
He is bloody and battered and fucked up.
Okay.
Hick,
Is it my turn?
it is your turn.
I'm gonna cast haste on myself.
Okay.
Overkill.
You cast haste
This
on
one gets us
yourself.
killed. Still morning. Whole day ahead of us.
Actually, no. Fuck that haste. I've got a better plan for it instead.
Great. I can't wait to see what he's deciding
Okay.
upon.
No haste, got it.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna summon the moment.
Got it. Sword appears in your hands.
Yep, and I'm gonna fucking swing at him.
Make a melee attack.
It's 20. Dirty.
That hits.
Cool. Yeah, we'll roll the damage first.
What was minimum damage?
Hey, no, I'll have you know. It was 8.
Hey.
It was 8 piercing damage, and where's my other one? 5 radiant.
5 radiant.
How's he looking?
Noah,
Yeah.
it is my pleasure for the first time ever in your experience
Oh my
playing D&D
God!
to ask you this question. How do you want to do this?
How do you want to die?
Oh,
It's been a year! It's been 2! Oh, Hickory. Because Gillian was still most recently kind of looking at her, right? Because of the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Drops her shield. grabs him on the arm, looks him dead in the eyes, and goes, I hope you find peace in the next life. And straight between the ribs.
He just... And all the centipedes are like skittering around you anxiously, and Lotus is ready with her punches, and Twink's got his knuckles up. Dolus is flying above, aiming down. Mara's got his bow drawn. So you're all sitting there. He drops to one knee. He's breathing really hard and slow. He looks up at you. And he slowly raises this little object in his hand. Cracks it. And then he just... and he dies.
What was the object in his hand?
Yeah, what was the object? Hang on. There's a moment to where Hickory's just kind of standing there knowing she just killed somebody. And for a moment, it's just like, she just seems to bow her head to say like a lightning prayer, just like a forgive me type deal.
Can I grab my spear and stab him 2 more times?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Just
What was the object in his hand?
Yeah, what's the fucking
Yeah.
object? Hang on.
You stab him 2 more times. You double tap him real quick to make sure he's dead. He seems thoroughly dead. There is like a black mist that kind of ekes up from the thing that he broke in his hands really gently.
Dispel
Is it
magic.
a spell? Oh yeah, I was about to
It
counter
is not a spell.
Okay.
Is it magic?
It is magic.
Dispel.
Dispel magic. All right. You attempt to dispel magic on the artifact. It
Yeah.
does not work.
Does that mean it fizzles and I don't use it, or?
You don't use it. As you go to cast it, you realize that the magic has already happened. You cannot dispel whatever it was.
I would like to tell the centipedes to chew off his hand and carry it away.
What?
Okay.
He promised them food.
You're all out of initiative as the centipedes start gnawing on Gillian's arms.
Mara, do you have any more of those vials? The
Yes,
anti.
yes.
Give it to me. I'll take it and I'll run over and I'll open his mouth and pour it in.
You open his mouth and pour it in, and it like kind of dribbles out the sides and
Double,
stuff.
triple, quadruple
And I'll
tap his
close
ass,
his
guys.
mouth and like make it so that
Stroke-
it goes
do
down
the
You
his
stroke.
tilt
throat.
it, and you like,
Yeah.
come on, swallow. Yes,
I-
Lotus.
Can I like rip off my mask and look towards the battlefield?
Perfect. Make a perception check.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna start dragging the body.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my breath and drag it into the mist, the silver mist.
Oh. All right, Twink, you hold your breath.
Stay down.
And you just tug him past the rod. The centipedes are still scuttering after, trying to gnaw his hand off
I'll
the
help-
whole
I'll
while.
help Twink.
You come down, you both hold your breath. You just into the mist, you pull him, and you drop his body.
Yeah, just head back out. Just
And
gonna
it's
leave it
just
in there.
laying there.
Just let us in there. No, just make sure, you know.
Yeah.
We're
You
all
come
just
out, you
like...
just-
We're all traumatized by Kieran coming back. We're like, stay dead.
Yes.
Stay dead,
no.
you piece of
I just
shit.
know werewolves regenerate, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
the silver when I
laying
can.
there in that.
To be fair, I
silver
did
mist.
stab him with silver to finish him off.
Okay, but
Mhm.
Cryo, so before I did that though, what was in his hand?
You look at the artifact. You go. You pick it up, and it is like a little totem, like a little wooden totem with all of these black runes and stuff carved in it. You're holding it with Twig as you drag his body in, and then you both step out of the mist, and you're looking at it, and it's like cracked down the middle from when he it.
Mm-hmm.
Twink,
Is there anything in it?
there's nothing in it, but Twink, you recognize the handwriting of the runes because it's your handwriting.
God damn it! Why do I keep doing this? Why does other
Yeah,
me
why
keep
do
doing
you keep
this?
doing this?
Why do I keep
Lotus, you looking out of the battlefield are immediately hearing screams and panicked shouts as go.
No, go continue.
As you notice a shift happening in the trenches below. You start hearing all sorts of growls and sounds as elves are seemingly just tossed from the trenches. You hear the sounds of ripping and screeching.
Guys,
I'm gonna float above the mist
gonna-
and see if I can see what it is.
Walk over
guys,
to Lotus.
You all move over to look. Mara, you kind of like guiding the centipedes. You go like, okay, yeah, cool. You
I want to get
turn.
on top of one so I could get a higher view
You
too.
climb up. You all are getting your higher views. Twink, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Twink's just there.
I'll carry Twink up so he can see.
Cool. I guess I allow it.
You get grabbed and lifted up and out on the battlefield. You all can make out the telltale signs of dozens of werewolves suddenly transforming
On both sides?
in the middle of Gillian's army. You don't see any on your side transforming.
Good. Actually, no, that's really good. Because
Well-
I really...
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yes, you watch as just they are suddenly ripping through the Westwood forces. And it is incredibly chaotic. And you watch at one point as Gillian like lifts a dude, or not Gillian, Lachlan like lifts a werewolf up and like throws it in another one, and you see them fighting out there. You hear gunshots and you see bows firing. And that is where we're going to end our session.
So this is a werewolf war now?
Werewolf War!
always has been.
I have
but
the
those
worst
werewolves
real...
won't be as strong as Gillian. So
That's true.
easy
Long
peasy.
adventure.
It's not the problem of if they're strong enough. It's a problem of where they are.
Oh, how many of them there are.
Doesn't matter
Anyways,
where they are.
regardless, that was today's session. I had fun. The war has finally started, and you killed him before noon. Good
Shut
job.
That wasn't real.
Shut up.
Not stupid.
yeah. That Leviathan totally just made that up to fuck with us.
You might have.
It was not a real prophecy.
All right, everybody. I'm excited for whatever is happening here and whatever will be happening in the future. We can't wait to see you guys next week.
This is a very
Every Monday at
short-lived
5
victory for
PM.
me. Except the first Monday of every month. We don't do that anymore.
Oh yes, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Goodbye!
Bye.
Yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Check out our coffee. Kofi, whatever.
Kofi.
Oh yeah,
Bye.
Kofi, check out our
God damn it,
Kofi in our
Noah.
Discord. Woo!
Woo! Bye!